70s and low 80s out there. Highs are back near 85 this afternoon. We are warming ahead of a front that arrives later on this evening. We'll see the chance of a few isolated inland showers and storms later today as well. And our temperatures are back near 80 tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Looking for affordable blinds, shades, or shutters for your home? Don't hire an expensive pro. Check out Blindster.com, where we offer custom-made window coverings at guaranteed low prices with a team of pros ready to help you every step of the way. Blindster.com.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword GREEN at realradio921.com. That's green. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
It is the Penthouse on Real Radio on a Thursday. Hope you guys are ready to get ready for a big weekend. A lot of sales. If you're looking for certain things, you'll get a good bargain this weekend. We'll talk about, can tulips replace roses? Or does that make you look like a scumbadi this weekend? Because roses are very expensive. We'll also find out what signs are the most romantic. Dominic, pay attention. Got a lot going on. 13 chances a day to win $1,000 by Rover. We have a giveaway at 12:45. What's our big giveaway today, Dom?
Bibbity twist.
Bibbity twist.
Bibbity boppity boo? What were you going to say? Bibbity twist. That's a great spot.
It is.
It is. Delicious food.
I've had dinner there a couple of times with Andrew.
Me too. Not with Andrew, but just dinner. Yes.
Okay. And it was good. You guys got an opportunity at 12:45. A lot going on today. This weekend, you got the Daytona 500. I know a lot of people go up for that. NBA All-Star Game. And the first weekend of no football. And this is also one of those weekends Franny told you about where you take tomorrow off and you could have a nice little week.
Yeah.
4 days, 5 days off.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see if anybody does that on the Penthouse. Hello, Dominic. How are you, sir?
How's it going, G-Man?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad. It could be worse. It always could be worse. It always could be better. I mean, that's the way you got to look at it. But this is the sunshine right here. Hello, Francis. How are you?
Dom, do you think he's planting a seed that he's not going to be here tomorrow? He said, we'll see if somebody here on the Penthouse does it.
No.
Are you planting a seed?
What am I going to do? Okay. Go to track? Go to casinos? Go to breakers?
I don't know. What do you normally do when you call it sick?
Mess around.
Exactly.
Want to hang out with me tomorrow? No.
Oh, I'm working tomorrow on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm working doubles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I'm going to be working 60 hours in 5 days.
Too bad that your festival is too far for him.
I know.
You would go.
I've got festivals Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I have an 11-hour day on my day off of work here. I work in TGL. They're doing all day long, and then Tuesday I'm back here, and then TGL at night.
So much respect.
I'm so tired. I haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have so much anxiety over it. I'm like, I'm gonna need a nap, and a long one, and a massage probably.
I have so much respect for you, the way you work. I wish I dated somebody like you who had a quarter of your work ethic. 25%. I'd have people come down and say, hey, I paid all the bills. I'd be like, great. They go, out of your account. That's what I would hear. 877-927-6969. You got 24 hours. A little less than that. Well, until tomorrow morning when you wake up. Now, do you think you have to have the gift in the morning, or can you do it when you come home from work?
What do you think? I don't think it matters.
I mean, it matters if you're living with the person or not, too.
Well, if you're living with the person, what do you think? I think it's a better chance of you getting a little action Friday night if you give it to them early in the morning.
Oh, well, what if you want to give it to them, whatever your plans are?
Maybe you want some more morning action.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, maybe some morning action.
I don't think it really matters.
No? All right. I think it helps the day go a little smoother if somebody wakes up and they got a gift.
Well, I mean, just nice. Give them a kiss and say Happy Valentine's Day. And then if you have things planned for later, And shout out to iHeart. They always do such a great job. We have for Valentine's, International Women's Day, stuff like that. They always give us these really cute little bouquets of flowers. There you go. I'm showing it on real TV. Look at that. Yeah. And they're like, just so you know it's from us. No, it is super sweet. Look how fun. They put the iHeart imprint on the rose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Seen that? Yeah,
That's
so beautiful.
awesome.
So thank you very much.
I know, Dom, you were bitching to me they don't do anything for men.
I didn't get one. Why did I get one?
I want. Talk to the boss, man. I don't know.
Dom wanted me to sign it.
They're beautiful, though.
He had a little petition he was going around. Men should get something from iHeart. I'm like, Dom, I don't want to sign that. Greek don't know who it is. I'm happy I just have a job. I bless them every day. They can clean my statue a little bit more in front of the building, but that's another story. We'll work on that. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Now, Franny, you had something that I thought was a little bit curious, and I want to know what it is about people in restaurants, servers, what they complain about with couples that they do.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever worked in the restaurant industry, and I have for years and years, sometimes you see, oh my God. Reminded me of something disgusting I saw a couple weeks ago. But sometimes you see some things, and sometimes couples act very inappropriately. And so these servers, they were asking, they're like, hey, what are things that people do, couples, that annoy you? The most annoying things. And they had a lot to say. Because it's restaurants, a lot of people watching happens, especially when you get to watch a date unfold. So people who work in these restaurants have seen it all, and they want to talk about it, especially since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and restaurants will be full of those two tops, tables for two. Servers and etiquette experts are sharing the most annoying things couples do. This one, playing paparazzi. And I kind of, that was me yesterday. And I told the guy, and he was hamming it up. So I did the omakase experience, the sushi.
Oh, yeah.
It's delicious, amazing. And I did. I filmed it. I took pictures of all my dishes. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I just have to. And a lot of it, too, is for work.
Yeah.
Go to Real Radio 921 on our Instagram. I posted it. It was amazing. But the guy he was hamming it up. Our chef, Ollie, he was awesome. So he was fine. But they say it's annoying playing paparazzi, documenting your date night out, or your romantic night out is fine. But cluelessly snapping photos and getting in the way, that's the issue of the server navigating a busy restaurant is not. I said, if you want someone to take a photo of you, ask another couple, not a server who's slammed.
I've noticed, and maybe it's, and I'm out to dinner every single night. It seems like people are not asking staff, maybe it's a place I go, as much as they once were, to take pictures of them. Because I always saw that. Like every
and that's
time.
what they're saying. Don't.
Yeah.
They said, we don't care that you're taking photos. Just don't ask us when we're slammed.
Yeah.
Ask somebody else.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, because and then they're trying to make a living. Obviously, it's busy. The quicker the tables are turnover. And, I know a couple servers here and there over the years, and they said one thing they hate. They told me, they were like, with couples, is like they go back 2-3 times, and they still don't know what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that, too, especially if you're just, waving people down. And then at a bar, it happens all the time. You wave them down, and you're busy, and you go over, and you're like, yes, I'm sorry. How can I help you? And then they don't know what they want. I'm like, really? So that, and it's happened, too, where people are like, hey, can you, and they see that you're just super busy. Can you take a picture? It's like, just give me a second. Making a scene. You're not on a reality show, so save the drama for somewhere else. Don't make waitstaff and other guests feel uncomfortable by arguing at the table. Talking cutesy. Well, no one wants to see a couple fight at dinner. They also don't want to listen to baby talk or hear all your pet names for each other.
Ah, sweetums, come on, puppy dog, hike.
They said packing on the PDA. A smooch here and there throughout the evening, one thing, especially on a romantic holiday. But making out in a restaurant is not only inappropriate, but inconsiderate to those around you.
I agree.
So remind me, story. I have to tell that. Feeding each other. Unless it's a baby, nobody wants to watch someone feed bites to someone else at a restaurant. It's creepy and definitely not sexy, so please just don't.
Dom, you go through that all the time.
These are things that restaurant servers and experts say just don't do if you're a couple when you go out to eat. They said expecting special request for free. If you're celebrating something special, by all means, go all out. Restaurants are ready to sell you champagne or dessert to honor your occasion. Just don't expect them to give it to you for free. Get it all the time with shots. It's my birthday or it's her birthday. It's our birthday. Can we get a shot?
No.
No.
It's not free. You get a shot if you pay.
Yeah, I was like, why don't you buy it? I'll get that. It's her birthday. Will you? What? She get a shot? Why don't you buy her a shot? You're a friend. I get it all the time.
I've never, wow, that's unbelievable. I've never heard that.
Demanding reservation miracles. Being spontaneous can be fun, but for holidays and special occasions like Valentine's, it's best to plan ahead. Restaurants book reservations far in advance, especially for nights like Valentine's, so they're unlikely able to accommodate you at the last minute, no matter how nicely you beg. So those are the things on there. And then, yes, I told you, we need to take that knife away from you. He's playing with a knife and it's sliding all over the desk. But
So what's your story?
So I went to, and it's a nice restaurant. I'm not going to say what but it's nice. And
I'll say.
I was there. I was there with my buddy Tony, and we were hanging out. And I look over, and a couple, and they're probably late 50s, early 60s, and the woman looks hammered, but she looks hammered, and she also looks like she is in ecstasy. And I don't mean the drug, like she is orgasming, like it was. And I look
At the table?
at the bar, across from us at the bar. We're sitting at the bar, and I look over at my buddy, and I was like, "Are they doing what I think they're doing?" And he was like, I don't know." And then he was like, "Oh my God, I think so." So you can't see his hands. She's got this face of like,
It's like the Eagles.
yeah. And then like I think the guy notices that we see, it's like 8 o'clock at night. It's not even, it's a packed bar. There's people next to us.
But no time matters.
So we knew the people next to them, this girl. So my buddy Tony looks at her and he was like, and he does this to the head and she looks over, she's like, like her face was so disgusted. And so they see that we're onto him. And so the guy, he kind of gets his, like, puts his hands up above the bar. The lady who has no idea, because she's, as I mentioned, hammered and getting whatever off, she takes his hand, grabs it, pushes it back down into her lap. And you could tell mortified. And then after that, I don't think he cared because she didn't care. And they continued. And so then we look at the bartender and we're like, "Do you not see what's happening?" I said, "This is disgusting." I was like, "We're here, people are trying to eat dinner."
Yeah.
And the guy, he was like, "Oh my God, I didn't even notice." So by the time he walked over there, they were done doing whatever. But it was pretty foul. It was in the middle of a dining experience, busy dinner restaurant, people having dinner at bar, and I'm like, what is wrong with people?
Right.
It was.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I caught it, and I was like, this woman looks like she's orgasming right now. What's happening? And then, the girl who was sitting next to her, she was just like, yeah, it's definitely what you think is happening right now.
I'll have
Underneath the bar.
Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
So when she said about making reservations, you waved your hand and pointed to me. What was that for? You were like,
You're one to probably. Oh, how's
I'm
it going,
Greek.
sir? I'm the Greek, and here's $50. May I just go ahead?
I usually go to places I know,
Yeah, where you know they're going to take care of you.
and I don't make reservations.
Like New York Prime.
I mean, I
They're
really
like, Greek,
don't.
your table's ready.
Yeah, I mean, where I go, Vegas, here, Miami. I mean, I know them, and I'm going to take care of them. Should you make reservations? Yeah, on a normal night.
But
Even like if it was like tomorrow night, if I had plans to go out with somebody, I would call tomorrow night or New Year's Eve. Those are 2 nights I would definitely call. Any other nights, I don't call because they know me, and that's it.
But I also think, G, if you were going somewhere new,
Yeah,
you may call it ahead
I would.
of time.
Yeah, if it was a new place. I was banging around Fort Lauderdale for a while, about a month ago. And, I made reservations a couple of places, but after I went one time, you take care of them. They're going to remember you. I mean, you walk in, you take care of them. And I'm not like, hey, I want to sit right now. I'm like, when you get an opportunity, can I get a table? That's all. Do you have reservations? Obviously, I don't. So that's why I'm giving you a tip. You're not a cook. Your board's on their way. Why would I give you $100? I mean, I'm sitting down. That's it. When you get a table, call me. I'll be sitting at the bar. And that's all. But I don't expect, like, I walk in and like, chop, chop, let's go.
Chop, chop. Come on.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm the G-Man.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to wait an hour. It's not a piece of ass. Where it's not 10,000, but whatever. But you should make reservations tomorrow night. You should make
I think you
reservations.
might be too late, but check.
No, but I'm saying if you didn't. Yeah, New Year's Eve, you definitely should.
100%. I do highly recommend that Open Table app.
Yeah.
It's because you can look, you can see what times they have available, stuff like that, if you don't want to deal with calling a restaurant, especially because a lot of times some of the nicer restaurants don't open up until 4 or 5 o'clock. So it's super easy. Just download the app and then you can make reservations months in advance.
Yeah, and I mean, if you don't have reservations by now, it's you got to look around. That's all. You got to just make something happen.
Or that's it. If you're just like, oh man, everything's booked. I don't know, maybe look at YouTube and find a recipe and make a really nice dinner. Impress them.
Ooh, yeah.
Do a nice steak dinner at home.
Yeah.
Get a bottle of wine.
Yeah, hire DJ Pencil to come over and play some love songs.
What do you charge an hour?
The 3s and 6s. DJ Pencil in the house. I'm going to get you at the Fountain one night.
man.
Maybe not playing, but I'll just get you there. We'll do a live show and you'll hang out. We'll check in. This is DJ Pencil. And you got you're hidden everything with an umbrella. They don't want you to see it. Anybody knows want to be seen. It's DJ Pencil. 877-927-6969.
I don't know why, but this made me think of you. So it wasn't on my list of topics today, but I just saw it. So, there's a lot of mafia still going on, especially in Italy and Sicily. It's definitely a real deal. And they're really unhappy with their new recruits. So they're having a major crackdown. Italian police have arrested nearly 150 suspected members of the Cosa Nostra Mafia in Sicily. And the sting led to some information about current mafia operations that include complaining about these kids today. So they said,
no loyalty.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. The operation involved 1,200 officers targeted individuals accused of crimes, extortion, drug trafficking, attempted murder, mafia stuff.
Thanks for the compliment on a Thursday. I don't know. I was thinking about some organized crime. I told you.
Wiretaps revealed that veteran mafia bosses are so unhappy with the poor quality of these new kids today.
You can't work with them.
They're complaining that they lack the honor, discipline of the earlier generations, and some bosses even suggest that recruits watch The Godfather to learn proper mafia behavior. Yes. When your mafia don sets up a movie night, times are tough. So if you think you can be in the mafia, maybe go to Sicily, because they're saying these kids, they're just not doing it right.
And also the kids are a little bit, their mentality is not as much as the old school where they would kick up to the bosses.
Yeah.
They always want to sneak a little bit of cash on the backside and give them what they have to. I mean, come on, guys. There's integrity even in the mob. God, Jesus, Sicily. Dom, maybe go to Aaron's if John Wick 5 doesn't work out. He'd be a wise guy over there. But there, forget it. You get whacked left and right there. Walk down the street, bada bing. You're all because your cheese is bad.
Bada bing.
That's it. No, man. I mean, we got to have loyalty in the mafia. I mean, if we don't have that, then what's it left? I mean, next thing you know, forget about it. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Are you ready for the Love Day? And could you bring tulips home? Does that seem cheap? A lot less
I love
money.
tulips. Tulips are my favorite, and I think it depends on what your girl likes, right?
Yeah, of course.
Some women aren't fans of roses.
No. I date a lot of girls who don't even like flowers.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, it told me
It's
late.
sad when they wilt and they die. And it's just like, because I know that you had the beautiful yellow flowers. They only lasted like 3 days. I was gone for a couple days, busy, and I came home, they were already, and it wasn't you. It's just because there was nobody there to change the water, take care of them.
No.
And it does. It's just, it's one of those things that you're just like, oh, man.
I dated somebody who wanted the cash. She was always like, just give me the money. Why are you spending money on flowers? But I lived in the city with her, and I would be like blown away. Like I would come home like every other night, bring flowers, especially when I went out late the night before, Knick game, Ranger game, banging around. And I felt bad. I was like, here you go. And then she would be like, just give me the money. And I'd be like, oh my God, like why? What are we doing here? What are we doing? It goes out to my buddy Jimmy, who I miss every day. Greek guy who used to always say to me, we were playing roulette in Vegas and we would lose. He would always be like, Greek, what are we doing? I'm like, we're losing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now, Jim. We're losing. 877-927-6969. Again, $1,000 a day. We have not had a winner on Real Radio. We need one. All the other stations have stepped up and won. Our bosses want us to give
Have
radio.
they all won except us?
No, I just throw it out.
Oh.
Just throw it out.
I know we had 2 winners.
Gator
on the
did.
Gator, yeah.
Yeah,
We've
you
had
and
2.
Jason and that whole crew.
Yeah, so we need to get some real radio.
Yeah, I don't know if Cool had any or Wild or J&O. Wave
Wait,
did?
oh yeah.
Mhm.
I think yeah, you're right. Wave did. J&O didn't.
Mm-mm.
No?
Wave and Gator.
Okay. Yeah,
We got time.
Step it up. I mean, people are like, I'm trying. I put in the keyword every hour. We'll just keep it going. Keep it going because every hour. And we have more opportunities. We have up to 13 chances a day. Not all radio stations give you. Some only give you 9 chances.
Yeah, so jump on it. And again, if you have anything, maybe you're in a restaurant and it bothers you about couples. Maybe you're a server. You were a server and there's things that bother you. I think taking pictures is rude. I don't like that when people
Well,
ask.
asking them to.
Yeah, and then like they take a picture and it wasn't good. I was out with this girl one night recently. And the guy took a picture, which was nice, and she goes, "I really don't like it." I'm like, "Don't ask him again." I go because I said, "You're embarrassing me now."
Yeah.
I said, "Don't." She goes, "I just want one more picture, G." I said, "Then go ask somebody else." She went to a table next door. It was a woman. a little bit older. She goes, "Oh, can you take our picture?" And the lady was like, "Oh, sure." She came over and took our picture. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She said, "I don't want that. Just don't do it. Like, stop."
Well, she did. I mean, and like you said, depends on the situation. Last weekend had brunch with the girls. The place wasn't that busy. The server was more than happy to.
Sure.
And he did a video, and it actually turned out wonderful. Like, he was all into it and stuff.
Sure, a bunch of girls.
Yeah, but it does. It depends. If you see them running around, just don't. They're too busy for it.
Yeah, and they're not going to say no because they feel bad. And they also feel like it's going to affect their tip. You know what I mean? Like, if you say no to somebody, it's like, now I'm not going to be, so you put them on the spot, and then somebody else wants their stuff. They're working. That's the thing you got to remember.
And I've done that before, too. If you see couples that look like they want to take a picture, maybe they're taking selfies of each other, maybe you offer to take a picture of them, and then in exchange, they take a picture of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happened before, too.
There it is. Or you just act like a nice person and go in there and eat dinner. You want to do a photo shoot, like, a photo shoot, go in the park. 877-927-6969. No phones. Wasn't there restaurants that were going to do that? We've talked about where they say you can't bring your phones in.
Some have it.
Some have it. You can't bring your phones in at all, which definitely eliminates all that. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. You got 13 chances a day. We got a big giveaway for you, 12:45, and so much more. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Oscar Mayer is now selling frozen wiener pops.
Is it hot dog flavored water?
No, it's like a modified corn dog before you warm it up, I guess.
Well, that was a keto corn dog.
It's the worst kind.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Expect a backup on I-95 southbound from 6th Avenue south to Hypoluxo Road on the Turnpike northbound, Gateway Boulevard to 10th Avenue north. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword westbound traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Lear Capital.
Our financial system is cracking under pressure. Your retirement is at risk. Take control now. Lear Capital is offering a free Sky High Silver Report and Precious Metals IRA guide at betternestegg.com. Don't leave your future to chance. Go to betternestegg.com.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers.
Why is your garage door the last thing in your house to get an upgrade? You replaced that flowery 1980s sofa with that sleek, sexy model from Sweden. Your new TV's connected to the internet. Your doorbell lets you talk to people. Your watch knows your heart rate. Your car knows how to drive to the cottage. But your garage door looks like an original prop from a Brady Bunch episode. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Your garage door is the single biggest feature on the front of your house. A modern, stylish design can instantly revitalize the look and feel of your home. And an ultra-quiet, belt-drive DC motor and smart home connectivity can revolutionize your garage door experience. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll give your faithful garage the upgrade it deserves.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Hey, the big game's over, and there's no more football. And a lot of people are stressing out and worried. What are they going to do? Well, you got to have the same concern about your retirement and what are you going to do when you retire. The one thing you need is a good retirement plan. And if your 401k is there and you're not sure what's going on, Trade Your Wealth can help you with both of these things. Call them at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Offices of West Palm Beach. You need a plan. That's right. And you got to make sure your money is working for you. Trade Your Wealth can help you with both. Call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Offices of West Palm Beach. No more football now, so you just got to think, what am I going to do when I retire? One of the things you want to do is maybe play golf or enjoy South Florida. Trade Your Wealth can help you with both of those things. Call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered by Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
Preparing to tent fumigate your home or business is stressful. With up to 29 interior and exterior preparation steps, the very success of your fumigation depends on being properly prepared. Contact ALR Fumigation Preparation and Recovery, your fumigation preparation experts. Family owned and operated, licensed and insured. Specializing in comprehensive fumigation preparation throughout Palm Beach County. We prioritize safety and thoroughness to make sure your property is ready come fumigation day. ALRFumigationPrep.com. Your home fumigation ready.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hey, it's Franny. Looking to sell your car? GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason. They'll buy your car, truck, SUV, even that classic or collectibles sitting in the garage. For everything else, just head to GiveMeTheVin.com, upload your VIN, snap a few pics, and get an instant cash offer in just 60 seconds. They'll even come to you for free pickup. Selling your car has never been simpler or faster with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and a scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and a scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy as we continue to move through our Thursday morning. Temperatures are starting to warm up. In the 70s and low 80s out there. Highs are back near 85 this afternoon. We are warming ahead of a front that arrives later on this evening. We'll see the chance of a few isolated inland showers and storms later today as well. And then our temperatures are back near 80 tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
In a
world where every second counts.
Bird flu is spreading nationwide, driving up egg prices.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
Rex Heuermann's case is being adjourned again.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
Greeks Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Thanks for tuning in to 921 Real Radio every single day. We appreciate you guys listening. Giveaway for you guys today, 12:45. Every day we got a giveaway on The Penthouse because it's our way of showing you how much we appreciate you. Here's a guy who's going to be very busy tomorrow, shooting his arrow all over the place. Hello, Dominic.
Hey, G-Man.
Like a little Cupid action. Are you going out tomorrow night anywhere?
No.
No? You got a big event Saturday morning. Ooh, you're at the Greek Fest. What? Francis is here.
What's up?
And it's time for This Day in History in the Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
At the Miami Heat are in Dallas tonight, and they're not going to Jerry Jones's house. They're playing the Mavericks. This first half of the season has not been great for the Heaters, about 500. Last night they had a big lead against Oklahoma City, and they fell asleep in the fourth quarter and they lost. But then it's the All-Star game. Maybe they can regroup. Don't expect much from the Heat in the second half. Maybe they make the playoffs. Maybe. But if I was betting on it, probably say no. The big thing this weekend, Daytona 500 and the NBA All-Star game, both this weekend. Last night the Lakers lost to Utah. Luka again under his over. He wasn't even supposed to play. Dom, I think you sent me a text last night about it. I was telling my friends, I said, hey, he might not play. So I don't know if I'd be betting it. But if he doesn't play, then you don't lose the bet. Yep. It just shows like he did not play.
But it shows that even if he's questionable, I would take the under then.
Yeah.
You know,
and it was a good bet.
It was as high as 27 at one point, but it dropped. When the game started, it was like 22.
Yeah, you have to remember when you're betting guys like that who are very popular, Kelsey, Mahomes, Luka, the public bets them. So the line goes up. And what ends up happening is you get an inflated line. And really, it's not the Chiefs when you get teams that always win. It happened with the Patriots or Yankees. They could always Dodgers. So really, if you're betting those teams and you win, it doesn't matter, obviously. But if you lose, realize it's not really – he shouldn't be 27. His second game coming back. I would say like where Jimmy Butler is, who went over last night. He was 19 and a half. He scored 21. Maybe 20, 19, but 27, that's high. I wish I had the under both nights. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Pelora Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Now over to Franny for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
All right, back in the day, February 13th, we are going to go way back 483 years ago. In 1542, King Henry VIII executed his fifth wife, Catherine Howard, for committing adultery. 64 years ago, 1961, Calendar Girl by Neil Sedaka. Am I saying that right? Sedaka?
Neil Sedaka.
Sedaka peaked at number 4 on the pop singles charts. 55 years ago, 1970, Black Sabbath released their self-titled debut album. 53 years ago, more music. 1972, Led Zeppelin was forced to cancel their Singapore concert when officials wouldn't let them off the plane because of their long hair.
Really?
In Singapore, yeah.
Get a haircut.
No.
Come on.
No. Don't change your looks for people.
But then they didn't get paid. They said on the runway and they didn't get paid.
Hey, it's principle.
Okay.
1972, same year, 53 years ago, the movie Cabaret was released, starring Liza Minnelli. She did win Best Actress Oscar for it. Best ass, too.
Best ass?
That's what I said. 43 years ago, excuse me. God, I say 43 and it says 1982. I go, the 300-pound gravestone.
We're so young.
The 300-pound gravestone on the resting place of Leonard Skinner singer Ronnie Van Zant was stolen by, what they say, some drunken hillbillies out of an Orange Park, Florida cemetery. Police found it a couple weeks later in a dry riverbed. That's so sad. Like, why would you even take it if you're not going to keep it?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Wackos.
1982, once again, Loverboys, Working for the Weekend, peaked at number 29 on the pop charts. Everybody's. 38 years ago, 1987, the movie Mannequin was released with Samantha, just kidding, that was her name on Sex and the City, Kim Cattrall, Andrew McCarthy, and Estelle Getty. If you don't know that name, she was on Golden Girls. 29 years ago, I love that movie, Mannequin. It was great. 29 years ago, 1996, the Fugees released their second album, The Score. Such a good album, which included their covers of Killing Me Softly and No Woman, No Cry. What a great album. Remember last year when they're like, we're going on tour, and they were like, just kidding. I was so excited about the concert, and then last minute they canceled.
Bitch.
27 years ago, 1998, The Wedding Singer was released with Adam Sandler.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I do want to see Happy Gilmore, too. It looks funny.
Same year, 98, the Eagles sued the National Foundation to protect America's Eagles, claiming the organization infringed on the band's name and image. Come on, dudes. Don Henley, and they said his poorly disguised corporate greed machine did lose. They were suing the National Foundation to protect American Eagles because they were like, that's our name.
So bad.
It's so terrible. Crazy. 25 years ago in 2000, the last new Peanut strip ran in Sunday's paper the day after Charles Schultz died. 23 years ago, 2002, the great Waylon Jennings passed away at his home in Arizona at the age of 64. 20 years ago, 2005, Ray Charles won 8 Grammys. This is after his death, including Album of the Year for Genius Loves Company.
Who doesn't?
Just, Maroon 5 that year was named Best New Artist. Britney Spears won her first Grammy. It was Best Dance Recording for Toxic. Bill Clinton won his second for Best Spoken Word Album for My Life. 19 years ago, 2006, Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, was sworn in as a reserve deputy sheriff in LA. Just a few more here. 14 years ago, 2011, Esperanza Spalding won Best New Artist. Arcade Fire won Album of the Year for The Suburbs. Lady Antebellum won Song of the Year for Need You Now. Eminem's Recovery won Best Rap Album. And then 8 years ago, 2017, Korean dictator Kim Jong-un's half-brother Kim Jong-nam was assassinated. 2 women attacked him with VX nerve agent, a lethal chemical weapon, at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. The women claimed they were duped into thinking they were participating in a harmless hidden camera prank show for Japanese TV.
Wow.
That's what they said, that they were duped into it. In fact, what they were using was chemicals, and it killed him. Isn't that crazy?
I wonder what happened in trial for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think what happened this day in history.
I mean, if you could prove that that's what they told you, I mean,
yeah.
you didn't think you really didn't.
I could figure it out. I can look it up.
Dom, who do we have on hold, buddy?
We have Jimmy from 56 Ace on hold.
What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
We're doing good, Jimmy. How are you, sir?
I'm great, buddy. I see y'all survived that abomination of a Super Bowl.
Yes, we did. We had no choice. When you lose, you're always going to survive. Remember that. You got to worry about when you win. Because when you got to pay.
Is that when you drop dead?
Yeah. You never drop dead when you lose.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I heard you guys earlier talking about all these festivals, and I had messaged Franny before that there's a great festival this weekend. I don't know if you mentioned it, but it's the Jupiter Seafood Festival.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned it, Jimmy. I definitely, I know because we were corresponding a little bit back and forth, was going to bring it up tomorrow for sure when we do this weekend. But I was like, yeah, absolutely call in and talk about it, because not only is it a great festival, but there's a incredible lineup of bands, including you guys.
Yeah, they got, I think Saturday and Sunday, you got Bryce Allen Saturday and the Lax, which is kind of famous band. They're the headliner. Then on Sunday, you got, I know you know these dudes, Girlfriend Material.
Yes.
And then our band. So we're going to close the show on Sunday.
Oh, cool.
So it's like, yeah, free for kids, 12 and under, and also just like Eventbrite. I think you can get them at the door or whatever. But I just appreciate you guys always letting me on and really promoting the local vibe you guys do.
Absolutely. So 56 Ace, what time are you guys going to be playing Sunday, and where is the Jupiter Seafood Festival?
It's going to be at, what's that called? Carlin Park over there by the water.
Yep.
They got a great amphitheater and sound rig, and we play at 4 o'clock high on Sunday.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that'll be a blast. If you guys have never seen them, you are missing out. They are so good. All the bands are incredible there. As you mentioned, Lex, there's a band, I don't know if you're familiar, Jimmy, on Saturday from Melbourne, Hot Pink. They're incredible.
Yeah, I heard about them. I haven't seen them yet, but, that sounds great.
Yeah, so definitely go check them out. If you've not seen Jimmy and 56 Ace, I'm telling you, get out there. If you can't do Saturday, definitely get out there Sunday to see them at 4 o'clock. And you said tickets are Eventbrite is where you can find them?
Yep, Eventbrite, and I believe you can still get them at the door, but, who knows what the cost of that is. I don't know.
Yeah, well, perfect. When are you going to be at Double Roads next?
I don't know. It's coming up. I'm sure we got one. I'm going to tell them I want you to be there as our special bartender when we play.
Well, if it's a Friday night, I will be there. But,
Nice.
but I'll definitely make sure if you guys are there.
Okay, kid. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great weekend.
You too.
You
Peace.
too.
Enjoy and have a great event on Sunday, 4 o'clock.
Yep, Sunday, 4 o'clock, Jupiter Seafood Festival.
Put that on your bank. You never know. Maybe Sunday, 4 o'clock. Go there, check it out. I'm sure there'll be some females there. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. If you ever were a server or maybe witnessed something in a restaurant that really were like, man, I can't believe they're doing this as a couple, let us know. Call. Arguing's bad. Always bad. I don't think people want to do that. It just happens sometimes, which is not good, but it's obviously not a good thing if you see couples arguing.
We do have somebody like, hey, you want us to win these $1,000. So can you repeat the keyword a couple times during the hour? So that's going to be your job, Dom. That's your job is to repeat every hour's keyword twice. So we'll do it like, I don't know, first half of the hour, 10 minutes after they give the keyword, and then we'll do it the second half of the hour. And Dom, so that's going to be Dom's responsibility. So
Do I
if you
just
don't
say
hear
it randomly? Green.
we'll just say that's a keyword.
No,
Don't just say green.
I'm going to start saying just random words, and hopefully they catch on.
That's right. Yeah, just say randomly. You got to figure it out.
So green is this hour's keyword. Green. And
Green.
enter at realradio921.com. And then let's see. Our tulips. Of course. Our tulips better than roses depends on where you're putting those tulips. And then we have, here's a tip for after Valentine's Day. As your roses start to wilt, hang them individually upside down for about 2 weeks, and you can put them in a dry vase forever. Nice. And then Super Bowl halftime show. If you want, you can participate on our Instagram, which is Real Radio 921. I did post that, but somebody texted. I think the Blue Man Group would make an awesome halftime show at the Super Bowl. Have they ever made an appearance at the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
I'm curious. Like, just, I'm saying on the side, maybe there's a musician or artist playing, and then they're kind of doing their thing.
I don't know. I never saw. I know they're big in Vegas, obviously. I don't even know if
they
they
have a Blue Man Group in Orlando, too, don't they?
Yeah, they were there for a bit.
I don't know if they speak. Do they?
No.
Nope.
You don't have to. They're very entertaining. I mean, there's music and stuff, and they play percussion, and there's paint everywhere, and they're blue.
I mean, the Super Bowl just broke a record. They said the most viewed Super Bowl ever for all the hate it got and for everybody who didn't like it. And there was a lot of people who liked it. Like most Super Bowls. I mean, the NFL could not do any wrong.
Oh, the Blue Man Group?
They were years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
No, they said the Blue Man Group, they were at last year's?
I don't remember last year's.
Huh. Opening night. Oh, they were an opening night performance.
Oh, okay.
But they were at Allegiant Stadium. Interesting. So they did. The Blue Man Group did perform for the Super Bowl. It just wasn't the halftime show.
The NFL's like they walk out of their house and like a scratch-off ticket for $1 million just comes in Roger Goodell's hand as he gets in his car. Boom. You know what I mean? For all the like I said, a lot of negativity on the Super Bowl halftime show and a lot of positivity. But it worked out great. They broke records. The game was a blowout. Most times blowouts, people don't watch.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. And the numbers were out. And again, it couldn't have been any worse at halftime. It was 24-0.
I think people watched still just hoping that there was going to be a comeback.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, it just seems like there isn't anything they do, the NFL, what they get. The whole thing with Taylor Swift, they never thought that was going to turn into money for them when she first started going. I mean, Barkley last night was defending her. He said, you know what? I don't know why everybody hates on her. He goes, you know what? She's only helped the NFL, and she's brought a lot more eyes to it. And he's right. But I'm just saying, little things like that, just have a great day. You know, thank you, $1 million ticket. Taylor Swift starts coming. She dates. Like, who would have thought when she dated Kelsey that would bring so much money to the NFL? Nobody thought that. I mean, you just thought they were going to date, and who knew if they were going to last or not? And I also think, obviously, that they've been together a couple of years. It increases, and people still want to see her, and the Chiefs having great success. All that adds to it. But, I mean, they cannot do anything wrong. You know, every year their commercials go up for a Super Bowl. Doesn't matter. It's not like they say, oh, we got $8 million for tickets, and we for commercials and we can't sell out. They said they could have sold out even more. So I don't, God knows what they'll be next year. Next year, probably 9 or 10 million. Again, whatever the market bears. But the NFL just, and all we see, and it's just amazing, it's done, is the fans starve for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just do. You hear about the draft, your free agents, the coaches. Oh, next year, who we're going to play. Somebody was telling me last night about the Dolphins' schedule next year. I'm like, dude, like, really? Like, but
already?
Yeah, but that's the fans. I mean, that's just the way it is. But if you ever seen anything that people do in restaurants that you're not a fan of, or maybe, you were a server or worked in a bar or something like that, give us a call or text us. So, Fran, you have an interesting number about money with couples and how many times they argue about it a year. And that's one of the main things people say couples break up over: finance and sex. Those two things.
Mm-hmm. And it's, to me, I thought the number was kind of low. If you think about how many days are in a year. Yes. So they claim here that the average couple argues about money 58 times a year. So they said, of course, nobody wants to fight with their partner, which makes some of us avoid even talking about certain topics like money. But a new survey shows that 1 in 3 Americans are uncomfortable discussing finances in their relationship. And it turns out many feel that way based on prior experience because they just don't want to fight. They're like, my last relationship, we did all the time. So they report 58 money-related arguments a year. It's even more for those with a partner currently living in another country, which is interesting. They average 72 of those money spats a year. Younger people tend to disagree more often over finances, with millennials having around 6 arguments a month compared to 3 for baby boomers. They said for all respondents, the top topics for these heated talks focus on what's considered necessity to spend on each month, right? 43%. How much to spend on non-essentials like streaming subscriptions, vacations, 36%, and how much money should be saved is another thing that they argue about, 34%. They said, but it's not just the fear of a fight that keeps couples from feeling uncomfortable to discuss finances. Nearly a third say their conversations are challenging because they have different ideas about how much to spend and save. They're not on the same page.
Yeah, well, no two people think alike.
And then also there's a quarter of people who think their partner is less responsible with money than they are. 82% of respondents believe couples have a similar philosophy about money, and they think it's very important for that, for a healthy relationship.
I agree.
Only 69% feel they're aligned with their partner when it comes to finances, which is still a lot. 69% is a lot of couples to feel like they're aligned with their partners when it comes to finances. And they say some people are afraid to talk to their partner about money because they're worried they'll be judged, while others admit they're concerned about their debt and don't want to discuss it at all. So those are the stats and numbers when it comes to the average couple arguing about money.
What do you think, Tom, sir? Any opinion?
Not really. I feel like it's kind of spot on about a lot of them.
I mean, debt, if somebody has any kind of bills, you should know. I think if you're their partner and you're married to them or say you're living together, I think that should be known.
You get married and the guy's like, oh, or the girl could be like, oh, yeah, I got 40 grand in student loans and 30 grand in credit card debt.
Yeah, because then it's yours. It's half and half. I mean, I think that's something that you should be able to tell the person. And if you love the person, the word love means I could tell you anything and you're not going to change your opinion about me. If you really love me, if you're saying it because we're banging, that's different. But I mean, again, if you really love me, because somebody did say that to you, say you were with a girl and, you're hanging out with her a couple of years and she's like, I owe $60,000 in credit cards. Would that change your mind about her?
And how long was I seeing her?
A couple of years. You love her. You think you love her. And she says, I owe 60 dimes in credit cards. But you're my man.
I'd ask what was it for?
What does it matter if she bought toilet paper or
it matters.
jewelry?
It could have been for student loan stuff. It could have been for school. It could have been for that. If it was for like that, then it's like that. It's okay. If it was for vacations and going...
Yeah, that matters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. To me, it's still the same amount. I don't care if you bought toothbrushes or you went to school.
I agree with you, Dom. I think it does matter. Like, is that debt because of student loans? Is it hospital bills? It was whatever. But if it's just like she went on a spending spree, I think it's different.
Hospital bills are different.
Yeah, but even school loans are different. To me, then like she's just going buying, or he's going and buying Louis bags and shoes. And to me, it's completely different.
At least I know they're either working towards their future or there's something bad happened.
Yeah.
Whereas they were just wasting it before.
I think it makes a difference, too.
877-927-6969. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Does it make a difference? But would it change your opinion about somebody if you found out they had a lot of debt and they were like, hey, Because you don't want your person you're with to have a money problem, because that can affect the relationship. Like if they're thinking about it every day and they're worried, then you sort of feel like, I want to help. I want to do whatever I can, but let us know. And what do you think about the numbers that Franny tossed out? Was it for the year 58 times, I think, that couples fight about money? I see. The thing is, like, if you say like it's the beginning of the month and you're going to fight about it at the end of the month, the numbers don't change. It is what it is. I mean, there's only so many apples in a bushel. I mean, you can bring it up again, but what do you want me to do? I mean, or vice versa. I mean, that's it. It is a tough thing to talk about for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like to discuss it. It makes it awkward. And it's also different. Everybody has a different mentality. If you're in a couple and one makes more than the other, sometimes people feel, well, you make more than you know what I mean? It should be 50-50 or whatever it is. Or like in my case, 99-1. And it wasn't even 1 many times. But I mean, it's just one of those situations.
Freddie, what was the number? 58
for the year.
So that's a little more than once a week?
Yeah.
When you think about it?
Mm-hmm.
It could be like one heavy pay period. If you're getting paid weekly, you're getting yelled at for over your check or something, or vice versa.
I think it's also what you spend money on.
Yeah, I don't know it's how much they're making. I think it's more what they're buying.
Say like because everything's so transparent today. You could, you see everybody what they're doing. So you see like, oh, you went out to dinner the other night, you spent $108, or you went to the store and you did that, and if the other one is really maintaining, just needs, then resentment comes in. Like, I'm not even, whatever. I'm just getting barely lunch and, and gas and doing what I have to have, and you're out. That's where the resentment starts. Mm-hmm. I think for a lot of people, you get angry. You're like, come on, we're a team here. So again, it's never easy with money, but that's why a lot of discussions need to be happening before. And my thought process in money is different than Franny's and different than yours. Obviously, everybody has a different thought process. You don't exactly agree the same, unless you're paying all the time and they're like, this is great. This is awesome.
Or you hit the lotto.
That's great. Oh, lotto, forget about it. That changes people. I mean, couples a year break up after somebody wins the lottery. You hear it all the time. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved in anything in the show. But on that, do you think 58 times a year to have a little bit of a argument about it? Couples seemed on this survey said they talk about it that many times. It is the Penthouse. We will give you the keywords twice, 3 times an hour.
Green.
Green. What is it?
Green.
It's green. I don't know if it might be. I don't know if you're able to
change
do it
in a
now.
couple minutes. Yeah.
It is. But you'll get another keyword coming from Rover a little bit after 11. Then we'll make sure to repeat it a couple times for the 11 o'clock hour.
This is on Tom. We're going to help
yes.
him. We're going to help him. We're going to also mention it. We want you, and we're going to see. Maybe we get a winner because it is.
Let's see.
I can't cheat and give it ahead of time, right? That's no.
Well, even if you did, it wouldn't work. If we put it in, yeah.
But they could be like ready. No, we can't do that.
No, we don't want to cheat.
Yeah, because they have an hour to do it. It's not the first one who puts it in.
We're a moral show. We do everything on the up and up. I mean, we don't cut corners. We don't pay people off. What kind of show do you think we are? Come on.
Come on.
Somebody does agree with you guys and what Dom mentioned, 47142. That 58 number sounds right because if you figure you get paid weekly, or in my case, very weekly. They spelled it WEAKLY. That's 52 pay periods a year. So there you go.
It is the Penthouse. Money is a tough thing with couples. It definitely is. I think you should talk about money when you're naked, because I think it would make everything a lot less.
Yeah, but tomorrow it's still going to be the same problem. So.
But you're not as mad.
Okay.
We talked about this last night. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
We'll be your friend. Follow us at Real Radio 92.1 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Season is starting. They're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Morsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back. And they're on the hunt for another championship.
And he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Expect a backup on I-95 southbound from 6th Avenue south to Hypoluxo Road, on the Turnpike northbound, Gateway Boulevard to 10th Avenue north. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Lear Capital.
Our financial system is cracking under pressure. Your retirement is at risk. Take control now. Lear Capital is offering a free Sky High Silver Report and Precious Metals IRA guide at BetterNestEgg.com. Don't leave your future to chance. Go to BetterNestEgg.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe Palm Beach. 7 days a week, that's where the beautiful ladies are. And on Friday night, guess what? Fantasy Friday. Stop in. The girls at Monroe's will make your fantasies become a reality. A 5-star menu, beautiful ladies, and a great music scene. You can't beat Monroe's. It's the ingredient to a perfect night. And if you like sports, it's a perfect place to watch a game. Because if your team wins or loses, it doesn't matter. You're with a Monroe lady, and you're always in the winner's circle. Monroe's Palm Beach, where all the beautiful girls are. Pace.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, it's a Greek for Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. I love this place, and you will love it too. The coffee is awesome. I love the cappuccino, and desserts are great. You know I got a sweet tooth, and it's perfect for lunch. Stop by today. It's in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Center. Start off your day with a Pilar Coffee. It'll put a smile on your face. Pilar Coffee, remember it. Your boy drinks it, and it's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. Peace.
The Cats are hot. Want to catch your Florida Panthers this season? Choose our games your way with our Flex Plans. Build your perfect plan and get the ultimate flexibility. Flex Plans are customizable ticket packages starting at just 10 tickets that offer savings on single game pricing and offer Stanley Cup playoff presale access. For more information on Florida Panthers Flex Plans, go to floridapanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK. That's 954-835-PUCK.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Did you know you can have high cholesterol without any symptoms? High LDL or bad cholesterol can have a big impact on your cardiovascular health, increasing your risk of a heart attack or stroke. Reduce your risk by knowing your LDL cholesterol level and working with your doctor on a treatment plan. Lowering your LDL cholesterol today can help you enjoy a healthier tomorrow. Visit the American Heart Association at heart.org/LDL to learn why lower is better.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy as we continue to move through our Thursday morning. Temperatures starting to warm up in the 70s and low 80s out there. Highs are back near 85 this afternoon. We are warming ahead of a front that arrives later on this evening. See the chance of a few isolated inland showers and storms later today as well. And then our temperatures are back near 80 tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword check at realradio921.com. That's check. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, it is The Penthouse on a Thursday, 24 hours or less, depending what time you celebrate it, for the Day of Love. We'll tell you what horoscope signs are most romantic, and maybe that puts in your wheelhouse if you're dating somebody like that. So you're like, ooh, I can have a romantic day. Dominic's in the house?
Check.
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 Check. That is the keyword for this hour, check. It's something that I hope iHeart has for me tomorrow. A big one.
Nice,
Same
right?
here.
Huge one. Like,
Check.
Are you sure? Is that right? Is that mine?
If you got overpaid, excuse me, first of all, hi, Francis.
Hi.
Would you say something to management?
Yeah, you would have to. They'll find out eventually. Because we know somebody who did. And they found out.
Yeah, and it was big.
It was huge.
It was huge.
And they found out.
Down
and
the
it
road.
does not look good when they find out that you went and cashed that check.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it was a bonus, I thought.
They're like, for what?
Yeah,
yearly bonus.
And this girl has more angles than a Bellagio.
And she was doing great at the time, too.
Yeah.
She made money. And, massive, like, extra. How many?
It was huge. It was,
yeah.
I don't know. Was it 10,000?
I don't know. But she knew it wasn't right.
Oh, yeah. Or 20,000. But also, you know what I love about these scenarios? And there's people in my life, because they're whacked, she didn't think she was doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what's
That's
the big
their
deal?
mistake.
Yeah. I was like, you can't do that. And she's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not your check. Years ago, I worked for CBS television station. And they were very generous with me. And I decided to go in a different direction. And I would get paid at my house. They would mail the check to my house at PGA. And I remember I was done in December and I got paid in January. I called them up immediately and I said, hey, I got this check. It's not mine. I said, I'm finished. And she was very nice. She said, you know what? If you didn't call, we would have just keep sending that check for at least a year.
And there's a lot of people who would have kept on taking that check.
And again, it wasn't massive money. I did a sports segment, but I was like, I remember living with my dad. I was like, this check isn't mine. I went to this, I went there. I said, here she is. She said, thank you very much. She goes, it would never have been caught at all. So sometimes it does happen and you think that, but if you get caught, there are places you get fired or you have to pay it back.
Oh, yeah.
And this person was like, I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about?
Do I know this person possibly?
I don't
Was this
think
before
so.
me?
Yeah, way before you.
No, you're lucky if you don't know.
Yeah. This was like mid 2000s, like 2005. I say it's mid 2000, like 2006.
And the other thing that she did was crazy. She told everybody.
Early 2000s. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? You can't tell everybody and just like whatever. You get a check and you're like, it's not yours.
Yeah.
You think you can make out, you're going to get caught. Usually. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We got some Florida stories. What's going on, Franny?
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Speaking of getting caught, all these people did. We have a woman who's probably going to wind up getting a stiff sentence in Fort Pierce. A 50-year-old woman named Julissa Negron was arrested for allegedly hitting her ex-partner with a dildo during an argument.
Jesus.
The incident occurred when they said Julissa, who had been staying temporarily with her 52-year-old ex, became upset. She was drinking, and she initiated a dispute over his Instagram activity. Why are you following her? When he threatened to call 911, she struck him with the dildo. Upon arrival, police found Julissa agitated and smelling of booze. She was charged with misdemeanor battery and released on a $1,000 bond. She also was ordered to have no contact with the victim.
What about the dildo?
The dildo is fine. She'll probably get. I hope she gets taken with him. She does it with her because she can't have contact with that dude anymore.
She was getting in the car. That's what she said. She was going, what about my dildo?
A corrections deputy from St. Lucie County is on the wrong side of the law after what authorities describe as a road rage incident. Two 18-year-olds in a car say Deputy Devin Mills abruptly hit the brakes in his SUV on Monday night, believing he was being tailgated. It's not the right move, especially if you're a deputy. They said that he got out, walked to the vehicle. In cell phone video that was released, you can see Deputy Mills yelling at the female driver and the male passenger, and then grabbing the arm of the male through the open window and pulling it out the window. They said he did that apparently to grab the cell phone from the passenger's hands, that they were filming this whole incident. Mills now is being charged with burglary with assault or battery. The deputy is. The sheriff's office has opened an administrative investigation into the incident, and he is right now on unpaid leave pending both investigations. Next up, it's all right, you're never above the law, even if you are the law. Next up in your Florida, we have a Florida woman taunting cops saying, do your job. Alachua County Sheriff's Office clapped back at a wanted woman on social media after she shared the agency's Facebook post taunting deputies to arrest her. So on their post Tuesday, they were asking for information of the whereabouts for Quantaria. Her nickname, they have quotes, Panky.
Panky?
Quantaria Panky Richardson, 27. I wonder why they call her Panky.
Panky.
Richardson shared the photo with the caption on her social media of her. They're like, she's wanted. So she shares a photo going, the long word. I ain't hard to find. Do ya job.
Wow.
So they share, the sheriff's office, a screenshot of her post with some commentary of their own. They said, hey, Eliza Richardson, low-key, you ate that. Lucky for you, we are used to those who play hard to get. Real talk, be our Valentine. This is the sheriff's office going back and forth. So they offered to pick Richardson up in a custom green and white whip and take her to the best bed and breakfast in town. Another Facebook post, she insisted she high-key ate and once again challenged deputies to arrest her.
Find me.
She goes, that's why y'all mad. Now come get me, pigs.
Wow. That's terrible.
But I love this. So they're still don't have her. And they go, anyone with the information on her whereabouts is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
That's bad.
Yeah. She's taunting them on Facebook, and they're like, anyone with information on her whereabouts, please contact Crime Stoppers. I was like, man, I'm actually going to start following Alachua's or whatever it is, County Sheriff's Facebook, so I can see the back and forth between the two of them because they still don't have her.
Find me, bitch.
It is good. And then this will end with a pretty cool story. A 73-year-old Florida man. Some say the older you get, the wiser you are, but for one dude from Suncoast, his mindset is the older you get, the stronger you are. So instead of celebrating his birthday with a party, cake, and gifts, Ira Custon started off his birthday defying the odds by lifting over 500 pounds.
Minga.
Yep, they said the feat that would be impressive at any age, but at 73 puts him among the strongest in the world at his age. He said, I'm an old retired guy. I've been retired 10 years now. Other than cooking the meals at home, most of what I do is just go to the gym. He has been a weightlifter for 60 years now. After he retired, he saw a decline and looked at heavier weights, where he then set a goal to deadlift 500 pounds. He said when he turned 72, and he couldn't stop there. He said, I thought I would never try a heavier lift than that, but as I worked out this year trying to stay close to that, maybe I could replicate it. I surprised myself and found I was even stronger than last year. So good for him. He said the secret is to his success is overcoming mental hurdles, like getting out of your head, being like, and that's he never told himself he was too old to do this.
So age is a number.
And getting comfortable being uncomfortable, which I love that, which he believes anyone can attempt.
Mm-hmm.
He said fear of failure is what helps, what keeps people from succeeding. And if I can push myself to actually attempt it, I almost always find out that I can. So good for you. He did this for himself and will continue striving for strength for each birthday to come. He said it was something that I wanted to do, and I feel good about being stubborn enough and proud enough to drive myself to do it. So good for you, and happy birthday. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Franny. We do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. You guys can join in. You can call us or text us on anything you want, but on the table today is couples fight 58 times a year about money. Do you think that's too high or too low? Also, we have on there the restaurants when couples' behavior is not great. Maybe you have some different stories or maybe certain things that bother you when couples are out. Keyword this hour is green.
No.
Nope.
So, check.
You have it written down. That's why I was like, is he going to get it?
I forgot.
He did write it down.
I wrote that check. I was thinking
goodness gracious. 47142 started off with Real Radio. That is the way that you can participate with us. One of the many ways. You can also call us 877-927-6969. And we have a talkback feature too, which we love. I know Jeremy utilizes it, one of our listeners, and you can too. Just search for or just go on the iHeartRadio app, search for Real Radio 921, click the microphone icon, and you can leave us a little voice message just like that. So I did see this, and it was something that made the news, and I'm sure you guys are privy to it by now. That one thing that people were making such a big deal about and everybody hated were those damn paper straws. And there's other ways around it than doing plastic, because plastic's really bad. It really is bad for the environment, but there's so many other options. I've seen, like sugar cane, and they don't, like paper straws, you put them in a drink for a little bit, they're like, they're the worst. They are. But there's other options in plastic. But there was a decade ago, a video of a sea turtle with a plastic straw stuck in its nostril went viral, and that spurred this wave of activism aiming at curtailing plastic pollution. So they were like, all right, let's do something else. So they started banning plastic straws. And it was past dozens of cities and states. So backlash did follow. Backlash. And now things to have come full circle because our president signed an executive order on Monday decrying the irrational campaign against plastic straws and stating that it is the policy of the United States to end the use of paper straws.
Wow.
It's a policy. So they're like, well, where does this leave the movement to cut plastic pollution? Is a paper straw really dead? So we'll see. I think Florida is one of those places, but I do know, so I do every now and then I do a festival and I do some work with Loggerhead Marine Life Center. And that's one place. No, like they don't even do straws in general.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of one to each his own. So if this is the thing, if a restaurant doesn't have or has paper straws, are they going to get fined for it? If he's getting, I don't know how this is going to work.
Well, I guess they got to get rid of them. Based on this.
Yeah.
Candy straws.
No straws.
Those are just expensive. Who has a tropical smoothie? They have those. But maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Like the sugar cane, and I've seen other materials that have been used to make straws that are good. They work well.
I mean,
I just don't
restaurants.
know maybe if they cost a lot to make.
With food costs and everything, labor costs. I mean, they might just eliminate them. Just be like, hey, we don't have straws anymore. Can't afford it. That's what you hear a lot of times. They eliminate things because it's just so hard with insurance, with rent. That's why so many restaurants don't make it. So if you add another cost to it, they might be like, hey, we're just not going to have straws.
Could you imagine if all of a sudden straws are like a reusable item like silverware and glassware at restaurants?
Oh, yeah, that'd be gross. I was going to say, because I have reusable straws at home, but yeah, if there was at a restaurant, I'm good.
No.
I'd rather just sip from the cup.
I mean, would it make you not go to a place if they didn't have straws? Probably not.
No.
I mean, you might be like, all right, they don't have straws. But I don't know. I just don't think people would, they would be, if they want them, yes, but I don't think if it's their favorite place, they're not going to be like, hey, I'm not going there anymore. They don't have straws.
Or maybe they start selling alternatives like the sugar or candy ones.
If you want it, you pay extra or something.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that. I'm sure some people would do it.
Even kids, for kids or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's you pass it on to consumer.
Well,
like
I
every
know
day.
they still offer them. They don't give them to you, though, but they're still there if you want to, like Starbucks. Now their cups almost look like a sippy cup. Have you seen that when you get them with their iced drinks and stuff? So they're hot coffees.
Yeah.
They're like it's almost the same, but with their iced drinks they do. So it's got like a little lip into it. So it's a sippy cup. So you don't necessarily need a straw.
Okay.
And when they give you your drink, they don't offer you, but they have them to the side if you want them.
Oh, okay. And they don't charge you for them.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. So if you want them, that's what you do. You got to ask.
Got to ask for your sippy cup, Greek.
That's it. I'm not a big Starbucks guy. I'm not. Once in a blue moon, like I'll go in the afternoon to get one. Like a cappuccino, but
Polar coffee.
I don't get. Pollard's different than them. I'm not going to go to Starbucks. That's it. I never liked their coffee. It's always been strong for me. So, I'm one cup a day. That's it. And then I'll bang around and do something here and there. I mean, if I'm tired, because your mindset is if I have a coffee or a Coke, it's going to wake me up. I don't know if it works or not, but that's about it. But I'm not one of those guys going to spend $200 a week at Starbucks. And there are people who do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy, but that's just life. I mean, people are going to do it. They spend their money on whatever they want. It is the Penthouse. The word this hour is check. There it is. It's check. So make it out.
I said we were going to give it 3 times. I guess we're going to give it out 10 times an hour. He really wants somebody to win.
Oh, I want somebody to win, I think, because I want to see if this works. Like, if you keep, pounding it on them, eventually they might be like, all right, it's check. Let me do it. Shut this Greek kid up. Check. Like the movie Rounders. We have a drop in that. He checked all night. You can give us a call at 877-927-6969. The 3 most romantic horoscope signs are Libra, Cancer. I can't remember the third one.
Oh, my gosh.
I
love when he gives us information and he doesn't know the information. And I want backstories. I want to know why. I want details.
Oh, yeah, Pisces. There.
Because that's yours?
No, look it up. I'm serious. I said Pisces.
Yeah, but can you give us more than that?
No,
of course not.
Almost romantic. What else you want me to do?
It's radio, some information besides that.
I give enough
so
every
we can
day.
talk. So we can have a conversation about it.
They give me
I do enough every day.
There's 3 signs that are most romantic: Libra, Cancer, and Pisces. And I guess that's because they put effort into it. I would assume to make the romance stick. There it is. Now, if you're dating one of those 3, you're in good shape. If you're dating the other 8 or 9, you're screwed. What do you want me to tell you? It's just life.
Yeah, sorry if you're dating me because I'm not one of those. Because you're screwed.
But again, there's sacrifices in life.
We might have to go over what you have to do with the word check because I just had someone call in trying to win by calling in.
Oh, yeah.
Check?
So you...
Yeah. Hey, I have the word check.
Enter it, realradio921.com. That's how it works.
That's how it works, people. Can't do everything for you.
Obviously, he does enough, so don't ask him to give you any details about zodiac signs or our keywords.
What else I got to do around
here? It's called radio. Give us some details.
I've been doing it a long time.
Give us details. I want to know why those 3 are, why the other ones aren't, if there's a story behind it. No, just looked in the newspaper and it said, these are the 3, and you're like, I'm just... bringing it up.
That's it.
That's it. He takes titles. He doesn't read the whole thing. He takes titles.
The bare minimum.
Who's kidding?
What we get.
You want me to look it up too and find out what it is? I'm giving it to you. I take it to the goal line. You can't score? You're right at the one.
That's what Greek does. I tell you things, you have to look up the rest. Great.
You're throwing her, an alley-oop.
That's it.
I don't want it. I looked it up, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's not my story.
Doesn't matter. We're a team. You can add anything you want into the pot.
No, it's your topic. So.
Again, those are the 3 signs. If you're with those people, you're in good shape. Expect more from them tomorrow. How about that? Expect more from them tomorrow. And if they don't do it, say, hey, man, you're one of the 3 signs that are romantic. What is your sign, Dom?
I don't know. April 10th. I don't pay attention to that.
You don't?
Nope.
You're not a Taurus.
No.
What's before Taurus? Because I'm May 2nd. All right. I don't know. Maybe
April 10th?
I don't pay attention to that at all.
Yeah.
So.
No. Even when you're dating somebody, does that ever come up and you ask? No, you don't. It's fine. You don't have to. I mean,
You're an Aries.
Yeah, you're an Aries.
There you go.
There it is. Very giving people. nice
Not,
people.
I guess you're not romantic either.
You're not romantic.
You're not one of the top ones.
It doesn't mean you're not romantic. You're not in the top 3.
Ah.
That's what it means.
The only reason why you brought it up is because his zodiac sign is.
I didn't even know what it was. Are you kidding me? I didn't even have a clue it was going to be those 3. What are you looking at me?
Well, it was your topic.
But I didn't know it was going to be
birthday
Pisces. I didn't know it was going to be Pisces.
You're going to get mad. Birthday boy.
My head hurts.
Check. CHECK. Check is the word this month. I mean, this hour to make $1,000. You got $1,000. Please.
RealRadio921.com. I'll help you with the assist there.
Yeah.
Put it.
So sick of management coming up to you and say, yeah, you got no winners. You got no winners. We're bringing millions of dollars. How about that? How about that? God, these people, the pressure they put on us. You lose one Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you lose your parking spot.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Thank you. For any of the county is pronounced Alachua. I'm still going to mess it up, BJ. Alachua. I know Gainesville and the University of Florida is located in the county, so I get why you have trouble with the pronunciation. That's why I just don't want to get it right. Just helping out. Thank you, BJ and Boynton. Says, I remember some paper straws being coated in wax and not immediately disintegrating. All right. And then, so he says, can't you just use Twizzlers from Toot as straws? I used to do that in movie theaters. And then we have assaulted with a dildo. What a dick move. I hope the penalty is stiff.
Wow.
That was good. That was good.
That was a nice one. Thank you for your always adding to the text line or calling us on Real Radio. We got a big giveaway for you today at 12:45. What is it, Tom?
Bimini Twist.
Yes.
It's a gift card to Bimini Twist, which is a restaurant out there. It's just Okeechobee Boulevard west of it. It's delicious.
You guys will definitely enjoy it and have a good time. And what is tomorrow? BurgerFi?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there it is. There's the rest of the week for you guys as far as giveaways go. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll be back in a few minutes with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Oscar Mayer is now selling frozen wiener pops.
Is it hot dog flavored water?
No, it's like a modified corn dog before you warm it up, I guess.
Well, that was a keto corn dog.
It's the worst kind.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. If you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse, call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Expect a backup on I-95 southbound from 6th Avenue south to Hypoluxo Road, on the Turnpike northbound, Gateway Boulevard to 10th Avenue north. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Visit TrueGreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. That's TrueGreen.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. So switch. Head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open at Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey,
Hey, it's the Greek and St. Catherine's Greek Fest. That's right, this Saturday, February 15th. Make sure you're there for great Greek food, great Greek music, and dancing. They got it going on for you and the whole family. This is a great time you don't want to miss. Even if you're not Greek, you'll feel like a Greek that day. Get over to the Greek Fest this Saturday, the 15th of February, the day after the Day of Love. Give yourself some love and enjoy the Greek Fest with the Greek Opa, baby. Greek Fest this Saturday, February 15th at St. Catherine's. Peace.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe Palm Beach. 7 days a week, that's where the beautiful ladies are. And on Friday night, guess what? Fantasy Friday. Stop in. The girls at Monroe's will make your fantasies become a reality. A 5-star menu, beautiful ladies, and a great music scene. You can't beat Monroe's. It's the ingredient to a perfect night. And if you like sports, it's a perfect place to watch a game. Because if your team wins or loses, it doesn't matter. You're with a Monroe lady, and you're always in the winner's circle. Monroe's Palm Beach, where all the beautiful girls are. Peace.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and a scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on SingleCare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to SingleCare.com or download the free app today.
Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Capital One.
The semifinals are set for the unrivaled one-on-one tournament with 3 former UConn Huskies making the cut.
Azare Stevens, Nafisa Collier, and Aaliyah Edwards. And the last semifinalist, repping Notre Dame, Arike Agunbowale. It'll be Edwards versus Agunbowale and Stevens versus Collier Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the championship game. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
Capital One is a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I'm Arturo Castro, and I've been lucky enough to do stuff like Broad City, Narcos, Roadhouse, but now I'm coming out with my own podcast. Get ready for Greatest Escapes, a new comedy podcast about the wildest true escape stories in history. Each week, I'll be sitting down with some of the most hilarious actors and writers and comedians, people like Ed Helms, Diane Guerrero, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love storytelling, and I love you.
Listen to Greatest Escapes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Greatest Escapes to start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Precision Garage Door of South Florida. Precision Door, a name you can trust.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
I'm one cup a day. That's it.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a little Friday. What's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're listening FM dial or, of course, on the iHeartRadio app. Make sure you check it out because we have new features. We basically took what you love from your car radio and put it on the app. There is a live dial you can scan. There's lyrics, so now you can sing along to your favorite songs. And, of course, we have presets. That's our favorite feature. You can do up to 15 stations. And we would love if you made Real Radio 92.1 that #1 spot on your preset. This is Franny. What's going on? Hi, Dom.
Hey, Franny.
Hey. And Greek somewhere around there, but, it is what it is. And we are saying this because we want a winner here. So if you did not get the keyword earlier on in the hour, the keyword is check. Enter that at realradio921.com. Now, I think it's time for a Greek trifecta. You ready?
I think so.
You want to do it? Or?
I mean, I don't know what we're going to do if there's no Greek here.
Oh, Greek. You want to do the trifecta?
Yes.
Oh, thanks for showing up, G-Man.
That face. That was like an eat poo face you gave me.
I had an accident. I was walking past our boss's office, who's listening now, our market manager, and I dropped a big water. So it spilled all over his rug in the hallway, so I had to wipe it down. I didn't want to leave it wet, and that's why I'm late. And I apologize, but I know I work with professionals who can be like, okay, Greek must have some kind of an issue.
We know that.
Yeah, we know that. That's a given.
Yes, yeah.
That's why I love you guys.
Obviously.
You want to play music, or you did it?
No. Yeah, he did it.
Do it again.
Okay.
And now it's time for Greek Trifecta.
You're such a wise ass. Oh, my God. You are really killing me. Miami Heat tonight, they lost. They got brutally beaten in the fourth quarter last night, playing Oklahoma City, winning throughout the game. And Oklahoma City is one of the best teams in the NBA, but got outscored in the fourth quarter 32-8. Lost by 14 points. Was still getting about 16 in the game, depending on where you were shopping. Tonight, they're playing the Mavericks, but that's it. Then you got the All-Star break. Heat are 25-27. Don't expect much from them in the second half. Maybe they make the playoffs. They got a shot. Lakers lost last night. Luka stayed under again, as high as 27. Don was telling us on the Hard Rock app. And I think he dropped in 16 points. I would expect him maybe a week after the All-Star break to start to get back to where he once was. Again, he was out since December. It's a new team, the whole thing. So it's going to take a little bit of time. So you have a chance over the weekend, but after first 2 weeks, first two games, he did not go over. Jimmy Butler, he went over last night. Warriors lost. He scored 21. His over-under was 20. They nail it, these guys. Whether it's the betting line, whether it's over-unders on totals, anything, they're right there. So when you get something on a guy and you think, or a team, and you think, ooh, this is an advantage, they're more close than not. And it's amazing about sometimes the over-unders in sports that you see. And you're like, oh, my God, they're right there. I hear people say all the time, Jimmy Butler last night, 20 points. There it is. If you're a racing fan, this is one of your biggest weekends. It's the Daytona 500, and it's huge. It's their Super Bowl, and it's this weekend on Sunday. Also, you have the NBA All-Star Game. That's going to be played where the Warriors play out in San Fran. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats and Deerfield Beach. Peace. 877-927-6969. You could call us or text us. First put in Real Radio 47142. And what you could do on our topics today, you could call on anything, but our topics today, if you're ever in a restaurant and you see a couple doing something, what annoys you or do you think is annoying? That's one thing that you can always reflect on. Maybe yourself, you've noticed, hey, I do something I don't want to do. Yes, Tom?
I have a talk back real quick.
Okay, pal.
Hello, everyone. It's your favorite orange president, Donald. What we're going to be doing today as we continue to cut funding to those who need it the most is we're going to get rid of those horrible, horrible paper straws that they're trying to give me at McDonald's. Somebody hand me my kindergarten big Sharpie. We'll get this executive order signed right now. No more paper straws.
Wow, I didn't know the president knew our number.
Yeah, me either.
Or that was a talkback.
Yeah.
He has an iHeartRadio app like everybody else should.
I'm not surprised. Daddy called. Yeah. We appreciate it. You guys can give us a call on anything, always. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142.
Got a couple more Valentine's Day things, and then I promise I'll stop. We know it's tomorrow. It is. And you're like, no more. I hate Valentine's. But if you love it, well, then you may want to listen. So these are deal breakers. It's a list of deal breakers and gifts that people want the most.
Okay.
Yes. And this was done, USA Today, according to them. They did a survey. And they're saying, of course, it's about celebrating love and romance, but you better not forget a present for someone special. Whether you go with traditional chocolate, flowers, or something more heartfelt, people have expectations when it comes to the holidays. Some do, not all. So this is what most people hope to receive and what they consider a deal breaker. So people in relationships plan to spend an average. G-Man had a different number, but it's around the same. $155 on Valentine's.
I thought I read 167 or something.
Gen Z is the biggest spender, $235 on average. But they say that here, men are twice as likely as women to feel the pressure to spend, which I do understand.
Yeah.
And women's expectations, they say, for how much their partner should spend on Valentine's Day are 25% higher than men's. And don't feel bad for single people because they estimate they'll save an average of $110 just by skipping the holiday altogether.
There it is.
There you go. You're saving money, singles.
And maybe buy yourself something.
They said, so what do people want most? Sentimental gifts. Right? That's what they want the most. You don't have to spend that much money. They said, like something that you made, a personal experience, handmade cards, something sentimental.
Maybe go on the beach today and find the shell. And then, carve your initials and her initials. That's romantic and nice.
There you go. Classic gifts like chocolates and flowers. Number 2, practical presents they need or can use. Skipping the gift exchange with a partner altogether. And then the last thing here, what people want are luxury gifts, like designer clothes or jewelry.
Really?
They're not talking to your girls, G.
Okay. Maybe go out to dinner tonight at a fast food place and get a French fries, and you share one together, and then you wrap it up and you give it to her tomorrow. But this is the fry we had last night.
But you shared it. What?
Well, yeah, he saved one of them.
Is it after it came out? Like, what?
He saved one of them.
Oh, gee, man.
I know. To stay on your sweetie's good side, steer clear of these deal breakers. Forgetting to get them anything, of course.
Yeah.
Clearly re-gifting a gift.
Oh.
Gag gifts. And they said presents that don't have monetary or sentimental value is the last thing on there that they say do not do.
Regifting a gift?
Yeah,
What
regifting. Dick move.
What a dick move.
Oh, that is.
It is, Dom.
My God.
It is such a dick move.
You can't do it. I mean, I think it's one thing when people re-gift, like for the holidays for a friend or a family, but if it's your sweetheart and you give a gift that, ooh, that's not good.
No, it is not, especially if it's got another woman's name on it.
Yeah.
And then
My name's Nancy. Why are you giving me Diane?
And then they have unexpected trends this year. Google released their trends and stats. It was candy maker Ferrero released some of the stuff too. So most women rather stay in this Valentine's Day.
Give me their number.
Celebrating at home sounds more fun than going out. And 55% of men agree with that. They think a home-cooked meal is more romantic than any fancy restaurant if the guy makes a home-cooked meal.
Go to Joseph's. Prepare meals are there all the time. Have a nice prepared meal. Come home.
Does that count? Because a lot of Joseph's stuff is already made.
And that's what he's saying, prepared. This says
It's
home-cooked.
like-
And
yeah,
Greek's
I'm
like,
like-
cheat. I mean,
It's
You
the
can
effort.
put it in your pots and pans and pretend like you cooked it. I don't care.
It's the effort.
As
You
long
still
as
come
it's
up-
delicious, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the effort.
Uh-huh.
Light a candle, get some strawberries and champagne, whipped cream. What else you want me to do?
52% of women think Valentine's Day proposals are overrated. I'm surprised it's not more than that because I think they're very overrated. But I guess the other 48% just want to get married. They don't care when
They're
they
like,
ask.
finally. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't care when you ask.
It could have been maybe the size of the ring. If it's a big ring, you're like, yeah, I love it. Let's do it.
Google say the top trending Valentine's date this year. This is interesting. And I'm like, what are we, 5? But then I thought, you know what? Could be fun. Like a Dave & Buster's hitting up an arcade.
That's
But then
awesome.
I was like, but a Dave & Buster's would be fun. An adult thing. Zoos.
Lost weekend downtown.
Oh, yeah, last weekend's fun. Zoos are next. Then couples, spas, a paint and sip party, which was the fun one. That's what I did with my husband, our first Valentine's Day. We did a paint and sip.
That's nice.
Let's see. Made the top 10. And if you're not, it's a good time. You paint, you get drunk, it's a good time. 41% of men want a male equivalent to Galentine's Day, which is today, mind you. Galentine's Day is
Oh, I
today.
didn't know that.
Yep, it is officially today. That's funny that guys want one. 41% of men want. Really? Do you guys really want your own day, your own Galentine's?
I mean, I don't. But
And what are we calling it? Manentines, Broentines.
Bro day.
Bro, yeah. You guys want bro? Valentine's Day, Guyentine's Day.
it could put more pressure on the guy, though, because if the girl gives him something nice, then the guy might feel the next day, I got to give her equivalent or something better. There will be some people feel like, because then you can't cheap out. Like, you can't be like, hey, I forgot. And she'd be like, I just got you a gift yesterday.
What?
You said the day is today, correct, for a man?
No.
No.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No.
Oh, all
Pay
right. there we go.
attention.
Well, that's what it should be, the day before.
No, it's Galentine's Day. This is where girlfriends spend the day together. Gals, like they have their own little Valentines together. Pay attention. Just keep that ready. Yes, but guys want the equivalent to what women have. The Galentines. They're like, we want our own Galentines. That's what I'm saying.
They get it every Sunday. They watch football together with all their friends. Get banged up, drink beer, get lap dances. What else you guys want? I mean, come on, stop.
What else do you want? I don't know.
I think the holiday should be the day before the girl gives the guy a present. Like today. That's what it should be. And then it would, see, the girl's got to think smart. It would actually maybe help them because then the guys might feel like,
I feel like today's the day anyone that's cheating, seeing the person that they're cheating with, and then tomorrow's the day they're going to see their real person. I feel like today's the cheater day.
It's like Mistress Day.
Yeah.
Could be. I mean, it's very expensive to have a mistress. It really is, because you got to get them better stuff. They're always bitching. I mean, it's just a pain in the ass, really. And it really isn't worth it when you come down to it. But again, hey, somebody's got to do it. So if you're out there and you're a side piece, side pieces usually get the better cars, better jewelry, stuff like that. Yeah, because tonight you're not really looking. Like if you're like, oh, where are we going? And you're like, oh, I'm going to go out with my friends tonight. It's difficult.
Are you?
Yeah, it's difficult today over phones and everything. Years ago, I mean, you can maneuver it. Now, everybody's got phones and take pictures and Facebook.
Tracking you,
yeah. I mean, would you be cool if your girlfriend wanted to track you?
Is it someone I'm seeing, like, actually? Or are we just, what are we? Is this an actual girlfriend?
Yeah, you're in a relationship. You consider her to be your girlfriend. You don't have to live with her, but you are significant with her, and you're supposed to be just her. Would you be bothered if she put a tracker on you?
No, I wouldn't. Like, even on my phone, you could share your location with someone. I want it.
All right. Let us know, people, what you think. You wouldn't feel like that was a little bit overstepping the boundaries or anything like that? Yeah,
as long as I know that it's like you and me, she's not walking around, she's dedicated to me, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anybody tracking me. And I'm not tracking them either. So it's vice versa. I mean, you tell me you're at, Nordstrom's, I believe you. If you're not, you're not. You're lying to yourself. I really don't care. But I don't want you tracking me. I'm not tracking you. Don't go through my mail. Don't check my phone. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Jesus. Where's love? On the day of love. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142.
Sometimes it can be for safety, G-Man.
And that's something I thought. My husband and I, we don't share. We have shared locations, but we don't constantly. And there's you can change it, right? You can share for an hour. You can share indefinitely. And two of my girlfriends and I, we share locations with each other. And it was one of the things that my girlfriend Michelle just decided to do. And it's more for fun, but she'll be like, "Oh, I see you're here there." Or when we're on vacation, she's like, "Oh, what are you up to?" So she knows, and it's funny because even when you just open up their profile or their contact, it shows you exactly where they are. But I was thinking about it, and we just don't. And But if my husband wanted to, I would. And I even thought about it just for safety reasons. But I know that they have my locations, and one of them is always on it, one of my girlfriends. So she would be like,
She's here.
it looks like she's in a canal. And then she would call somebody. But it really isn't a bad thing for safety reasons to let people know where you're at. Somebody that you're close to. God forbid something were to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that reason, then it's a little different than you're checking up on me.
Of course, and that's what I'm saying. But there are people who just look and they're like, "Why are you here?" Yeah, no. Then that's when we're not sharing locations.
Yeah, you're shopping
when
again.
I turn it off.
Yeah, stuff like that. But again, everybody's different. I mean, if that's what you like, I know a lot of my friends do with their girlfriends and their wives. They always do, and they know exactly where they are. Like, oh, she's. One of my buddies a couple weeks ago, we were out and his wife was meeting us and he was like, oh, she's right at the corner light. And I'm like, how do you know? He goes, oh, I track her. Like, he's watching the whole thing. I'm like, oh, that's cool for you if you like that. I wouldn't do that. But, and then again, I'm do a lot of different things.
Like, I know my dad knows when my mom's going to get home because on the Tesla app, you could know where your car's at all times.
Yeah.
That's another way,
Yeah. One of my buddies got nailed cheating like that. Tesla app. He was at somebody's house he shouldn't have been at, and he got nailed. And I guess he forgot about it or whatever.
And you share the apps because with the app, you could, share your key and open other cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my mom and dad both have the app, and you could share your key through the app so that other people could open it.
Oh, wow. So if you lose your keys or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a nice thing. I mean...
this person's a dedicated driver also, so they could open the car and go
that's
in.
good. Yeah, that is for safety. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about Joe and I were leaving, locked my keys in my car. It would have been good if somebody else did have it. You go to somebody that has your key and you go up in your car and you text them and they go, no, not doing it. Suffer.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're like, I can't believe it. What is the keyword this hour, Dom?
Well, it's check, but it's going to change in 10 minutes.
All right, but still, you still got 10 minutes. Come on, we want to see if this works. We're going to try to steer it. We're going to keep reminding you guys, and maybe somebody will win $1,000, and you could spend it tomorrow or spend it on yourself. A lot of people don't go out and spend money on themselves. They do it for other people, which is nice. But tomorrow's a day, if you're not in a relationship, buy yourself something.
Like?
What about my dildo?
That's what he wants.
Tree. I didn't know that about you, G. All right.
Wow. You're pretty quick with that thing, Greek boy. Pretty good job there. Oh, God. You do kill me. But the word is check. Remember that. Saturday, I will be at the Greek feast. That's right. Fest, excuse me. St. Catherine's Church in Lake Worth. Going to have a good time in the locker room. We're there every year. So nice of them to bring us back. Great food. Unbelievable food. The food is unbelievable. It really is. The pastries, the food, it is great. And they have music, dancing for kids, family, everybody. Dom's going to be with me. Says he's not going out Friday night. Went out last year, got a little tipsy, but didn't alter the show at all. Didn't alter the show. You never found that drop yet where I'm yelling at the kids?
No. I was looking for it for a while, too.
Yeah. We did it last year, showed up. But I knew as soon as I walked in, you were 2 sheets to the wind. I mean, I could definitely tell his face, but he still did a good job, had us set up. We were ready to go. And I don't know where I don't know. I thought you were sleeping in the back, but you went sleeping in your car, which was really nice. Because you know when people see you sleeping out at a big event, like, look at that kid sleeping. Because I remember 2 big palm trees behind us. I thought you were sleeping back there. But he will be there Saturday with me and Joe. Again, we're very happy to be there. We're there every year. And Franny and I, in 2 weeks, going to be back with Tito's. On the 26th and 27th.
I'll be there, too.
Yeah, you're going to be with us? Oh, good. Oh, good. I requested you. I didn't know if they were going to put it in.
Yes, sir. He's like, come on, he's going to run the board, and he's going to be out and about with us. You know, he can't miss a Cognizant Classic.
Oh, awesome.
You know, he can't miss it. So 47142, speaking of Dom, Aries is his zodiac sign we found out, and somebody said is the god of war. So Dom's a warrior. And then somebody says, I'm loving Greek's new read on the Monroe's commercial. He says, we're all your fantasies.
Fantasies.
Your fantasies come true. And then we have one time Greek was telling a story how it was so hard to cheat back when everyone had house phones. He said one night in the city, his side chick called the house and his main girl was like, who the hell is that? Greek said, I don't know. Maybe it's St. Jude looking for a donation. Is this true? I don't know if I've heard this one before.
That's great.
That's from Anthony.
Things happen. You got to improvise. You got to be quick on your feet. I mean, when you're younger, you make a lot of bad decisions. When you're older, you realize, hey, they were bad decisions. And if you realize your mistakes, that's part of growing up. and just being an adult. You say, that wasn't worth it. A lot of things I wish I didn't do, but I did. What are we going to do? That's why I got erasers on pencils. The word this hour still, it's going to change, is check. So if you guys want to try one more time to get that $1,000 for an iHeart.
They already probably picked the winner this hour.
Don't say that to them. Don't
you
demotivate.
get the whole hour to do it.
Yeah,
You
don't
do.
demotivate them. They're trying.
I don't know how it works, to be honest. I don't know. But you do have the whole hour to text it. So I think they wait until the hour's over, and then they pick
change
the
it.
winner.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's right now.
Everybody's got a shot.
That's right. Somebody just pulled over right now and said, I gotta do it. I want to try. Get the word check for $1,000. How happy would you be if somebody won? I mean, come on. Woo-hoo! That was a good fake one. Woo-hoo! How about if they said they're going to give you 20%?
No, not allowed. No.
That's right. Dom is a little bit of, he has morals, which is nice. And so does Franny. They both do. These guys will never take anything on the arm, anything like that. They are loyal people, and they have respect. Me, cash is king, baby. You want to make it happen? I'm a politician. You want a bridge? 10,000. You don't want the bridge? 15,000.
Bring it on, bitch.
It's that simple. It is the Penthouse on the day before love. If you don't have any plans, maybe call us. Maybe we can help you plan something for tomorrow night. How about that? Or you can text us. What do you think we should do? There are still a lot of restaurants if you call around.
Oh, and you know what I forgot? We haven't brought up too. Speaking of love, we totally let it go. Greek is offering $1,000 to somebody who can hook him up on a date.
3 times.
But he's got to go on he's got to like the person enough that he goes on 3 dates.
Yeah, $1,000.
And if he goes on 3 dates, if you have somebody in mind for G-Man, then he'll pay you $1,000.
Yeah, that was Super Bowl.
So if we can't get a winner here, then Greek will give you $1,000.
I'll give you $1,000.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's got to be 3 times that I go out with the person too. So that's a big thing. I don't want to make it once because that's a layup once. 2 times you go out with somebody, it's pretty much. 3 times, No, I've gone out with people 10 times and it just didn't go anywhere. It was just like, all right, we're going out, have fun. You look good, I look good, and we have pizza. What do you want me to tell you?
This is fun.
This is awesome. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few more minutes with some fun facts about strawberries. Ooh, peace.
The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com. Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue.
You asked for it, you got it! You like that?
We're hooking you up with $1,000 up to 13 times every weekday. It's playoff season. Bet on every game, make some crazy parlays, buy some playoff tickets, pay off some of that debt. Once you win the money, we don't care what you do with it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Listen for the keyword and enter it at realradio921.com. Score $1,000 in red zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio.
Red Zone Revenue on Real Radio is sponsored by Steinger Green and Finer.
After a car accident, don't settle for less. At Steinger Green and Finer, we fight to win you the compensation you deserve, or you pay us nothing. Call us now at 1-800-561-1111. 1-800-561-1111. Offices West Palm Beach.
Up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Problem-free ride along the Palm Beaches expressways look good. We are up to speed on 95. No major incidents if you're traveling the Turnpike. Make sure you slow down for pedestrians. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Love is in the air, and GimmeTheVin.com would love to buy your car. Hey, it's Franny. When's the last time you checked its value? They'll buy cars, trucks, SUVs, and exotics, whether it's average, rough, or clean. GimmeTheVin.com buys them all. From $2,000 to $200,000, they've got you covered. Plus, if they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100 just for trying. Sell it fast, easy, and pressure-free at GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonuses. It kills dullweed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From their first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6-time distilled. Till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Beyond the bottle, Tito's has gained a reputation for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits around the world to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's and learn more at Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled, 5th generation, Inc., Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Distilled from corn. Copyright 2025. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Why is your garage door the last thing in your house to get an upgrade? You replaced that flowery 1980s sofa with that sleek, sexy model from Sweden. Your new TV's connected to the internet. Your doorbell lets you talk to people. Your watch knows your heart rate. Your car knows how to drive to the cottage. But your garage door looks like an original prop from a Brady Bunch episode. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Your garage door is the single biggest feature on the front of your house. A modern, stylish design can instantly revitalize the look and feel of your home. And an ultra-quiet, belt-drive DC motor and smart home connectivity can revolutionize your garage door experience. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll give your faithful garage the upgrade it deserves.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Unseasonably warm this afternoon with temperatures in the middle 80s across the area and the chance for an inland shower or thunderstorm with a south breeze. Temperatures will remain in the upper 60s, low 70s overnight under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny on Friday with afternoon highs in the low 80s across the area.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been
been in an accident? Call Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at realradio921.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
What about my dildo?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That was Dominic being very tricky. Woo! Very tricky out there. What is the keyword this hour?
Bills. And you can go to the realradio921.com website and put it in there.
All right, there it is. Bills, that is the one. We'll tell you a few more times this hour. And at 12:45, we have a giveaway. What do we have, Dom?
A mini twist.
Nice. Trying to get you involved in the show, kid. Francis is here.
What's uppers?
And now we have a part of the show that I enjoy because we always hear what kind of day it is and all the special holidays. It's Fun Facts.
It's Freddy's Fun Facts. Okay, it is February 13th, all day long, and today is National Holidays. Valentine's Day, I mentioned. Get a Different Name Day.
Whoa,
Kiss Day.
Aww.
International Day of Self-Love.
Yeah.
National Cheddar Day. National Italian Food Day.
Mingada.
National Tortellini Day, if you like yourself some tortellinis. Let's see what else we got here. G-Man, something that you don't use. International Condom Day. What? Am I wrong?
No. I'm not going to say you're wrong.
Next up, sponsored by Trojan.
Oh. National Wingman Day.
I could do a great ad for that.
Well, no, we know. Just because he doesn't use it doesn't mean he won't endorse it.
Got a lot of jokes in.
See that all over the place, don't we?
National Wingman Day. So get your wingman and go. You know what? Today's a great day to get your wingman because it's Galentine's Day.
Yeah.
So you go and you crash a Galentine's party because you know it's going to be a bunch of chicks.
Let's do it.
Get your wingman.
Dom, get ready tonight. Take a shower.
Helping you guys out.
Pick you up at 8 o'clock.
Helping you guys out. But it is National Radio Day. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got to email our boss right now. It's National Radio Day. What are you doing for me?
It is National Radio Day.
Taking off. Bye.
Shut your show down.
Right. Commercial radio began in the early 1920s, decades before television became mainstream. So we definitely predate by a lot. They said the first U.S. commercial radio station, KDKA in Pittsburgh, aired November 2nd, 1920, broadcasting the Harding-Cox presidential election results. We've heard of this, that War of the Worlds panic. Orson Welles' 38 radio dramatization of the War of the Worlds caused so much panic among listeners they believed there really was an alien invasion happening. I wonder if anybody could do something like that again to freak us out. Probably.
Maybe, but I think people would go right to their phones and check it out. Like, I haven't seen it. But you never know. People would, you know.
They said, that's cool. During the Great Depression and World War II, President Franklin D. Roosevelt used radio to directly communicate with Americans in what he called his fireside chats. Pirate radio stations, 1960s. Unauthorized pirate radio stations broadcast from ships off the coast of England, playing rock music that mainstream stations avoided doing. This is the birth of the DJ. The term disc jockey was first used in the 30s, but it
DJ Pencil.
But it gained popularity. I like how you're catching on with the name.
Oh, yeah.
But it gained popularity with the rise of radio personalities who played records and connected with audiences. They claim here that even with all new technology, radio still reaches over 90% of U.S. adults each week. It's one of the most accessible forms of media. And if you're like, man, what's the difference? FM versus AM. AM, amplitude modulation, was the original radio format. FM, you know what FM stands for?
Nope.
Frequency modulation. It was invented 30s, offered better sound quality, and became the standard for music broadcast.
Oh, better sound quality. That's why we're on FM. I mean, come on. Makes sense.
They say radio is one of the fastest and most reliable ways to disseminate emergency alerts, even during power outages or natural disasters. And then just a few more here. The longest radio show, the Guinness World Record for the longest radio talk show, belongs to a Nepali presenter, Rabbi Lamashan, who broadcast for 62 hours straight in 2013. They did. How long were theirs? I wonder if they beat this guy.
I don't know. At least 24 hours.
All right.
I know that. The Doctors used to do.
Yeah,
And
I
they were
remember that.
huge, very successful.
Because I wonder if maybe they just did not get its legitimate world record, because they're saying this guy's 62 hours straight.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I'm curious how long they did. And then finally here, while podcasting is a more recent invention, it borrows heavily from traditional radio formats with talk show storytelling and interviews all leading the way. So keep that radio dial on, because we really appreciate it when you listen to 92.1. And there you go for your fun facts.
G-Man, you want to try to break that world record?
How many hours is it?
62.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think we could do it, to be honest with you.
What if you got paid the whole time?
Yeah, I'd do it.
You see?
That's it.
There's a sponsor right there.
Yeah, I would do it. $300 an hour.
You think you could stay awake that long?
I'm not by myself. I'm with other people.
Yeah, but you still have to stay awake.
Well, Dr. Rich and Dr. Glenn, they would take off segments and, relax for like a half hour here and there. They did during the 24 hours. 62 is a lot.
Yeah.
Might have to do some babanya.
No, you'll be doing some other stuff, some powder.
Yeah. definitely need cocaine.
Yeah, 62 hours is a long time. I don't know. I would try 24.
Get some meth or something.
Yeah, I would try 24. Imagine me on that. That wouldn't be great.
No, God, no.
Oh, forget it.
God, no.
Forget it.
Oh, my God.
Like, what's up? Hey, come on, let's do it. One of my buddies does that.
I would leave.
Oh, yeah. You want to leave now?
I'm out. I can't do this.
You can't do 4 hours. One of my buddies does that to me all the time. Every time he sees me, Greg, what's up? I'm like, dude, calm down. Relax.
Is he on cocaine?
No, he's just busting my horns. Who do you got?
We have Earl from Robe Sound.
Robe Sound, huh?
Robe Sound.
What's up, Earl?
What's up, guys? What's going down?
What's going down with you, Earl?
I'm in Robe Sound. I retired. It's a bedroom community. I renamed it. Hey, Greek, did you see that skirmish? Nobody caught that, did you?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
You there?
Yeah, we're here. What did you say?
We couldn't hear you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll speak slower then.
Okay.
I live in Robe Sound. I renamed it.
Okay.
We heard that part. What was the question? You don't have to speak slower, just speak louder.
Yeah, speak into
What
the
was the
phone.
question that you asked Greek?
I wanted to know how he gets it all done.
As far as
That's
what?
not the question you asked. You asked about, did you see the skirmish?
You asked something about a skirmish.
Yeah, between Patrick Mahomes' dad and John off his rocker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was in the streets of New Orleans. From what I read, they've had problems when they played against each other years ago.
I don't remember his father. Do you? Apparently, he played for the Yankees, right? You remember him?
I do not remember him, no. I think he was in the majors for a few years. Not a long time, but he did play. Or I thought it was, maybe it was, I'm not sure what team, but I remember Mahomes saying that a lot of times he was on the the dugouts and stuff like that.
All right, so if you don't know what they're talking about, there was an issue between the two of them, but they're doing, so listen, this is what they said. So Patrick Mahomes Sr., John Walker are going to, this is why, they're going to face off in a boxing ring. So was this a stunt? They said that David Portnoy from Barstool Sports announced yesterday the two have signed contracts to headline his upcoming Rough and Rowdy event, and the fight is going to take place April 18th. In West Virginia. So it might have been the whole thing that they did just to get some publicity about it. Yeah.
Staged. Yeah, I'm sure Mahomes Sr. needs the money.
Especially after that DUI.
Yeah. Apparently he's had several of them.
He has.
He's had a few. I'm sure his son takes care of him.
Kansas City Papers. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, Greek, you going to the parade tomorrow?
Which parade is that?
Eagles.
Oh, no, I'm not going to the Eagles parade tomorrow. A little too cold for me.
Hey, listen, I'll fly you up. I'll get you 2 tickets to the parade, and then I'll fly you back. Would you be interested in it?
No, but I appreciate it. I have work tomorrow, and that's my number one obligation. I couldn't take off. My boss would not be happy with me.
All right, I couldn't afford it anyway. I was just wanting to see if you would go.
Well, I appreciate the offer. It's going to be cold up there.
Big sports fan.
It's going to be cold.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and we got some of the nitwits pulling down those lights. I don't get that. I'm a Philly person, but I hate when I see that stuff, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Them rods that's stupid.
Well, it's always bad when people do damage to any property, especially that's not theirs. You know, fires and turn cars over. I don't understand it, but people do it for years. It's not good.
Yeah. We already got a worse enough reputation. We don't need that, you know?
No, you don't. Well, they expect it with Philly fans. And then last Sunday, or 2 Sundays ago, that kid fell off the flagpole, or the pole, whatever it was, and he died.
He died. He died, yeah, 18 years old, hit his head and died.
That's a shame.
You think that would be a lesson, but apparently not. No lesson.
No, it's a shame.
All right, well, my offer, it did stand, but since you're not going to make it, I'm not sure they're going to be able to have the parade since you're not there. So I'll see what I can do. I'll try to fill you in. I've got my sister doing live reports from there. I'll keep you posted, all right?
All right, let us know, brother, and we appreciate the call, and thanks for listening.
All right, guys.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Peace.
47142 started off with Real Radio. A few text messages. He says he won't miss the Cognizant Classic, nor will he ever pronounce it SMH. Guessing they're talking about you, Greek.
How do you know? He didn't say my name.
Says out of 3 dates, how many times does Greek go? It's confusing. Out of 3 dates, how many times has Greek got to tap that ass to give up the grand? Oh, okay. The grand that you're giving with 3 dates.
Absolutely
How many
none.
times has Greek got to tap that? No sex.
No.
Just the dates.
No, not at all.
All right.
We wouldn't do that. We're not going to promote that. It's just 3 dates for $1,000. That's it.
And then we have, good afternoon, Penthouse. I would like to impart some Valentine's Day words of wisdom. Though your wife may be your better half, your side piece is your better whole.
Wow.
So
my
God.
So let's go, guys. Take care of the working girls. Do you want to guess who that's from?
You guys?
Hugh, yes. Yes.
He's crazy. That
Yes. I don't know why I read your texts, Hugh. I do. They make me laugh.
Oh, yeah, he is funny. He's definitely not playing with a full deck, which we enjoy. We always love that. We talk a lot about all different things on the Penthouse, but one thing we did mention a little bit is about proposals. And tomorrow, a lot of people tend to get engaged. But Franny, you have the best city.
Don't do it. And I mean, don't propose. Just don't do it on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Make a special day.
Yeah. But unless the girl wants it.
Yeah, I guess.
If the girl says, hey, it would be nice if we got engaged tomorrow. But what are the best cities where your odds are going to go up?
Yeah, the best cities for proposals, if you want a good last-minute ticket. Just kidding. No, but they do claim. And some of these, you're like, yeah, of course, that makes sense. New York City, best city for proposals. Number one choice, given its iconic proposal locations. There's a bunch of them there.
Yeah. I had a couple. Nice ones.
Jersey City, New Jersey at number 2. What?
Well,
they even put a question mark there. They're like, huh?
But because what happens in Jersey City is you have such great views of the city.
Got
in the
it.
background.
And there's a lot of restaurants on the water that are beautiful. So, you can take a nice picture. I think people think today when they get engaged to like a nice picture for Instagram.
So that's what they claim here, because I was a little like, what? They said one reason that it ranks kind of in the top. They said shopping, lots of jewelry stores, flower shops, plus it has, as you mentioned, dynamite backdrop of Manhattan for photos and waterfront parks, according to this. They claim here Los Angeles, San Diego, Las Vegas, Chicago, Miami made the list.
Miami's nice.
Santa Ana, California, Anaheim, and San Fran. Bottom of the list, Chesapeake, Virginia, Wichita, Kansas, Winston-Salem. You're like, hey, you want to get engaged where the witches got burned? Something says romance. Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, come on, the horses, the Derby, baby.
Detroit.
You got to be where you get out of there with the ring.
Toledo, Ohio. Spokane, Washington. Laredo, Texas. Fort Wayne, Indiana. And dead last in terms of romantic experience was Anchorage, Alaska.
Try Palm Beach wasn't on the list.
Palm Beach is not on the list.
In Miami, I got engaged there. It was very nice. There's a lot of different, obviously, places and restaurants and backgrounds, like you said,
Mhm.
scenery.
Something that did make the list, actually, that Florida did for top was the most welcoming places in the U.S. Number 1 was St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh, that's nice.
Most welcoming places in the U.S.
I've never been there.
It's beautiful.
How about you, Dom?
Nope, never been.
Oh, you should do it. It's not a bad drive. Maybe
Pick up
about
Sunday.
4.5 hours. I would do it. If you're not, it's so charming. It's really, and there's really
Ooh.
cute restaurants and cobblestone streets, and it's, they have a fort. They
Oh,
have
nice.
they have a really cool distillery. The St. Augustine Distillery is fun, and there's a place called the Ice House, I think, that's a restaurant attached to it. There's a lot to do. I would definitely make that drive if you guys haven't done it. You guys would have a great date there, the two of you. It'd
I'll
be
pick you up
cute.
at 8.
It's Wingman Day. Go together.
It's today. We got to go out tonight.
Yes.
Wingman date.
That's a far drive.
Yeah, it's the oldest city in the U.S. You gotta go. You gotta do it. They have the.
How many hours is it?
It's like 4.5.
Can you take a
They
bright
got-
line or no?
No, they got the Fountain of Youth is there. I know. What is-
877-927-6969.
He's like, I got it right. See the space?
I mean, come on.
I know. I didn't have to.
You didn't have to dissect that part.
I know from the. Oh.
What is the keyword, Dom?
The key word is Bills.
Yes, we're giving it to you now a couple times. So you
Buffalo
guys
Bills.
Well, it's not Buffalo. It's just
You can't put
Bills.
Buffaloes in it.
RealRadio921.com is where you're going to enter the keyword.
Yes, come on. We need somebody to get $1,000 so our boss doesn't say to us every day, hey, Greek, nobody's winning. What's going on? And so far, Gator and Wave have been the two stations in our cluster. We want to add Real Radio. We want you to win $1,000. So enter it because, this isn't going to go on forever. All right, so Sunday there's no football. What can guys do? Maybe they can do things they haven't done around the house for a while. Maybe you can go shopping for your wife. Or maybe you can go to the casino. Bing, bing, bing. Try. Or shop. One of those three things. And if you're single, you should buy yourself something tomorrow or today and wrap it up and say, here, happy holidays. You don't have anybody special in your life. And here you go. It's nice to give a girl, if you're friends with her, flowers or roses if she's not with anybody. I think that's a nice gesture because sometimes girls feel like, I don't have anybody in my life, so I'm getting your roses tomorrow.
Thank you, man.
That's sweet.
I did tell our big boss that you felt like, the girls get something hot and we don't get anything.
What did he have to say?
He said, did Dom say that or did you say that, Greek? And then our big boss, I just emailed him and I said, National Radio Day. Where's the love for Greek? Let's see that response.
So things that we play on the radio, and here on the weekends we do play music, but most of the time that's what you're tuning in for. And music is what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was built on. And so they have just announced their latest class of nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I don't have, let's see, the inductions here. There's some on here, and I'm curious, do you think that they belong on here? You're like, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. So I think this one does, but this is the complete list of the 25 contenders. And I'm doing these alphabetically.
Okay.
Bad Company, The Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, Chubby Checker.
I'm surprised he's not in.
Joe Cocker, Billy Idol. I was surprised Billy Idol wasn't in
yeah.
either. I think this is his 4th time being nominated. Come on, people. Vote him in. Joy Division / New Order, Cyndi Lauper, Oasis, Outkast, Fish, Soundgarden. I think Soundgarden should be put in. And the White Stripes.
That's it.
Yeah, those are the contenders. Those are the nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2025. Now, I know that they do a lot of the fan votes, and that is open right now. You just have to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's website, and that runs through April 21st. So if you're like, yeah, this person needs to be inducted, then you got to vote. So you can do that until April 21st. You just got to check out their website.
Do you know how many inductees there are?
I was just going to ask you, did they say in the article how many they're putting in? 4, 5, 3? Or it doesn't say?
I don't know. What do they do every year? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. That's why I was asking or is there maybe unlimited? I was surprised Chubby Checker's not in. I mean, I would think he's in. I mean,
So yeah, they say the 14 performer nominees for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame include 8 candidates who appear on the institution's ballot for the first time, including some surprises that were previously overlooked, like Chubby Checker. There's a Latin group called Mana, I believe that's there too, and jam band Fish, if you're familiar with Fish. The other artists who are being put up for election, we mentioned for the first, so he hasn't even ever, I'm shocked. Other artists who are being put up for election for the first time, Outkast. I was incorrect. I take back what I said. Billy Idol, Bad Company, Joe Cocker, and the Black Crowes.
So Billy Idol's never been nominated.
That's what they're saying. Put up for election for the first time. The remaining 6 nominees are making a repeat on the ballot. Mariah Carey, Oasis, White Stripes, Cyndi Lauper, New Order, and Soundgarden.
And they talked about changing the name of it too, because rock and roll, that people always think when you
They
hear
talked about it, and rock and roll said no.
Yeah,
we're not changing it.
They haven't done it, obviously. But when you hear rock and roll, like, you're not thinking Mariah Carey. You know what I mean? It doesn't pop into your head. Cyndi Lauper, I would bet. We should bet on this. I think there's a couple that I feel like they might come in.
Soundgarden, I think so.
Me too.
Billy Idol, I think he gets in.
I don't know about the first time.
We'll see. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's a huge, obviously, it's an honor. It's in Cleveland. I know Jason said he's been there with Mornings with Franny. My buddy Joe, who does Locker Room, he said he's been there. It's great. They said just cool to check it out and say if you're ever in Cleveland. But yeah, a couple of them I am surprised about that are not in. And then a couple. Mariah Carey, I don't know if she's going to get in. I really don't. I don't know if her fans are going to sit there and vote for her, because you definitely need some fan support to get there and back you up. And I think and she hasn't done anything in a while, but some of these groups haven't either. But it just seems like the older rock and roll bands have more of a fan base that is loyal to them for years and years. Mariah, I don't know. You think she gets in, Dom?
Mariah, no, I don't think the first time.
Yeah. I think Billy Idol. Does it say when they're going to release it?
Well, the fan voting is going on until April.
Okay.
And then the rock, then they go from there. So April 21st.
All right,
and I don't know if they have a certain number. I'm not really sure, G-Man. I know they said that 7 have been inducted 1 year. Another year it's a different amount. So I'm not sure.
If you guys have an opinion on anybody who's getting put in, nominated, let us know. Give us a call. Or maybe somebody who's not even nominated or who's not in that you think should be in. Maybe somebody like that. You can call us at 877-927-6969. The keyword this hour is bills. So if you want a chance to win $1,000, that's where you got to word. The word is bills. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Oscar Mayer is now selling frozen wiener pops.
Is it hot dog flavored water?
No, it's like a modified corn dog before you warm it up, I guess.
Well, that was a keto corn dog.
It's the worst kind.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Problem-free ride along the Palm Beaches expressways look good. We are up to speed on 95. No major incidents if you're traveling the turnpike. Make sure you slow down for pedestrians. That's traffic on Judy Street.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and a scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money. Like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop. Or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It can save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. And save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile. An incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
Less than 1 month until spring training returns to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Tickets, groups, mini plans, birthdays, VIP experiences, and more are all on sale now. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or stop by the ticket office today. We can't wait to see you at the ballpark.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Morning, Paula.
Morning, Ron.
Another day in Adminville, am I right?
What are you working on? Oh!
You okay?
Your tabs. You have so many open.
Yeah, gotta order lunch for the big client meeting. With great responsibility comes tabs.
I can help. Close all those tabs and open just one, EasyCater.com. Online ordering from local restaurants, plus tools to save time, stay on budget, track expenses.
One tab to rule them all.
EasyCater, the smarter way to order food for work. Order now at EasyCater.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on SingleCare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to SingleCare.com or download the free app today.
Ready for the special season that's not on any calendar? It's free phone season. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless this tax season and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
Injured? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather at 500-HELP. HELP is just a local phone call away.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Unseasonably warm this afternoon with temperatures in the middle 80s across the area and the chance for an inland shower or thunderstorm with a south breeze. Temperatures will remain in the upper 60s, low 70s overnight under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny on Friday with afternoon highs in the low 80s across the area.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
In a world where every second counts,
bird flu is spreading nationwide, driving up egg prices.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
Rex Heuermann's case is being adjourned again.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Get ready for a nice holiday tomorrow. And also for the weekend, President's Day on Monday. So you might have a couple days where you could just kick back and hang in a hammock for a while. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
What's going on?
Keyword this hour is bills, by the way. It is bills. Time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
A lot of players are asking for trades in the NFL and some big names, but there's a rumor going around the Pittsburgh Steelers have reached out to the Jaguars and want to see if they can get Trevor Lawrence. Supposedly, Jaguars have said no. Also, the 49ers have said that Deebo Samuel can look for a trade. I think he's a stud, and I think he's a very good player. I think he can add to a lot of teams. We'll see what happens with that. But so, NFL news is still going to be front and center, no matter if it's basketball time. Maybe the NBA Finals will take it or March Madness, but NFL people cannot get enough of it, and it's just the way it is. A.J. Brown won the Super Bowl. He said after 24 hours it wore off already. He said already it's like, they won the Super Bowl. They do have their parade tomorrow in Philadelphia, Brotherly Love on the Day of Love. So their fans will be there cheering them on, representing, and the confetti will be flying as the Philadelphia Eagles have their championship parade tomorrow in Philadelphia, which will be pretty cool. Miami Heat, tonight they play Dallas. Heat so far this season are 25 and 27. 8th spot, I believe, for the playoffs. Don't expect much from the Heaters in the second half. I think they'll be about 500, and that's it. I don't think they had enough to make a run in any shape or form, and it's more about going to be really built for next year, try to get a couple people in there to make them get to the next level. As of now, I just don't see it. I really don't see it for the Heat to do anything. But you never know. You never know. Kelsey also is thinking about retiring. He had his, as far as stats go, not his best year, lowest in a couple things, but still led the team in receptions. Does he retire? He talked about it on his podcast where he said he's going to have to think long and hard about it. He's going to kick it down the road for a while. I don't know. I think he comes back. I just do, but maybe not. Maybe he's just got so many other things he's doing with his podcast. He's already in a couple movies. I know he's in Happy Gilmore 2. Obviously, he has a relationship. We'll see what happens. Maybe he just says it's just past him right now. He's been in 5 Super Bowls and he's won 3, and he's definitely going to get a gold jacket first time. Greek's Trifecta, sponsored by Polar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Peace. 877-927-6969. That's the number that you can call if you want to get involved. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Do you think it's good that athletes have podcasts and speak on their own every single day or different times of the year? Or do you like it the way it was years ago when it was more controlled about the teams?
I like it.
You do?
I like hearing their side because you used to not be able to hear their side. And, we used to seek that information, hear what the player used to say. And I don't know. I like it.
All right. Franny, any thought?
I mean, I don't really listen to any
athletes
with their podcast or anything, but I think the majority of people probably would.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't really check in all the time, but they'll see it when they say something crazy or something off the path, and all of a sudden becomes headlines, or it's something where people go, "Oh, I can't believe he said that."
Clickbait.
Yeah, they'll look at it and they'll say, "Hey, Cam Newton did it the other day. He's not playing now, but he played in the NFL. He said when he got drafted, he got drafted to a team of losers. A lot of his players who played with him were not happy about it, and these are guys who are retired now. They were like, it's not great." He also said it was more important for him to win an MVP than a Super Bowl. I mean, those are pretty telling things about him. And everybody remembers that Super Bowl they were in when they lost, and there was a fumble, and he never leaped for it, never reached for it. And they got destroyed in that Super Bowl, one of the worst ones for him. But again, it's one of those situations. I'm sure the teams are not happy about it, and they monitor him constantly. And I'm sure with some guys, you're definitely worried about what they're going to say. Like if Dennis Rodman had one when he was playing, I'm sure they'd be worried about what he was saying. Draymond Green has one. He says some stuff all the time that's a little bit out there.
The UFC had an issue with one of their fighters having a podcast about a week ago. He was praising Hitler on his podcast.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's terrible.
It is negative.
Dana White went after him and, called him a fool and a whole bunch of other words. But also Dana White supports free speech. So he's like, there's not much I could do, but I don't, approve of this.
Yeah,
but
he doesn't share in his beliefs that this guy has.
at all. No, he called him the biggest idiot on the roster.
And you know what? He might all of a sudden you won't see him get fights.
Oh, for sure.
Because UFC can do that, and Dana White can. That's one of the things about him where he controls it. Even though he sold it, he's still the guy to control it. And that's a perfect example of what I'm saying. There are a lot of players out there that could say some really bad things. And then obviously if they're with any organization, you feel like, okay, that represents. Then they have to go out right away and say, hey, that's not our views, that's not our thoughts. Years ago, it was much more controlled. You only got a beat writer talking to them at their locker. That was it. Now it's different things. Michael Parsons for Dallas has said some stuff that's not been great, and that's hurt, because you come into the locker room, and if you diss me a little, it's not great. Parsons this year had a list of top 5 quarterbacks and didn't put Prescott, I think, in the top 10. I mean, and Prescott probably was, there was rumors he wasn't happy about it. It's something you got to deal with as a coach. And I'm sure they talk to him, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want.
Well, speaking of, I don't know if you talked about it, you might have in the Greek Zone. They were saying that one of the things with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers is they asked him to stop doing the Pat show.
Yep.
They
didn't want him doing that.
Yep.
But we talked about that a little yesterday, and he wants to do it. He gets paid $1 million. Not that he needs it because he makes so much money, but I think he likes the forum to be out there every week and to talk about it. And we talked about it yesterday. I think what Rodgers did wrong was that he called out players.
Called out players, head coaches, whoever he called out. And then there would be changes, and then they would talk about it again. And then...
Yeah, I don't think that's cool. I mean, and again, they saw it, and it causes resentment.
Mm-hmm.
It just causes people. If you're working with people and they go, imagine a regular job, and they're out there talking about you, somebody might not like you, but you don't want people to hear it. And I think Rodgers, if he really wanted to play, he would have been like, yeah, that showed me he doesn't want to play. They're done with him. They said they're done with him. But that was one of the things that they thought was important for him. And I guess he didn't want to go there and be like, I'm out. So I don't know. I don't see that being that important to him. It shouldn't be that important to him. It should be more important to him playing and the Jets winning. But that's probably one of the reasons why the Jets didn't win this year. And I like Rodgers. Always have. But with the Jets, it's been a different story. I think it started with the injury, and I don't think he ever really healed properly. He didn't have a bad year stat-wise, but the team was definitely not good. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142 if you want to get involved in the show. We had a couple things on the table today. Things that couples do at restaurants. Is there anything that you've seen personally, or maybe you were a server or know somebody that like, man, I don't like when couples do this? You can call us on that and let us know if you have any opinion on that or anything else you want to join in, text us or call us. Don't forget, $1,000. That's right, $1,000 you can win. The word this hour is bills. So make sure you guys make this happen. I think we're going to get a winner by Friday.
All right, you feel it? So if you want to spend a stupid amount of money on some dumb gifts for Valentine's Day, well, just go to Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop website.
Oh, God, she's so whack.
She's got her Goop guide, and she always comes out with things, and she recommends some splurges, including a $21,000 bangles and an $8,000 infrared sauna. So, yes, this is her Valentine's Day gift guide featuring all kinds of stuff. Sauna, sex pillow. Like, what's a sex pillow? Even a heart-shaped lotion bar, which is $38 for a lotion bar. Aphrodisiac massage candle, $65.
Ooh.
Those bangles, $21,000, 18 karat and diamond. Look beautiful. Let's see, a 100% Italian virgin wool blanket wrap for a mere $500.
Oh, thanks. What'd you think? $470.
There's a game called Let's Get Closer, a conversation game for couples. That's cute. Only $30. A transparent turntable. What are we doing with this? For $1,350. It's like what you think. It's a record player. And she's saying these are things for Valentine's Day. A 2-person full spectrum infrared sauna, $8,000.
Oh.
Instafacial collection plasma simulated growth factor serum. Well, that's a lot to say. $200. Gold plated heart shaped ring. Not bad. $145.
Yeah.
Ooh, a reason to celebrate with some caviar, some Russian caviar.
Very nice.
125 grams, $630. Pure Delight Orgasm Bomb, $40. The Womanizer Liberty 2 sex toy, $99. It's your favorite one, right? The Womanizer Liberty 2 sex toy.
I got to order a new one. The other one I wore out.
She's got a bright yellow heart-shaped heartthrob vibrator, $98. And then the Goop exclusive Voyage kit, which has all the essentials you need for playful nights with a partner, including mesh undies that read "Spank Me" in French, leather pasties, and a bullet compact vibrator for a mere $225. So
what about my dildo?
There you go. That's her recommendations. Gwyneth Paltrow on Goop.
I wonder how much money she's made on that website.
People probably buy a lot
I know.
of stuff.
I was going to say, in the holidays, stuff like that. All right, it is time for our contest right now. Give us a call at 877-927-6969. I like the little board. Tom has a little board. Sometimes when we get a little off track, he'll put it up with a little sign. It says, I don't want to say certain things he says, but this one just said contest. Call us right now for a gift card. Where?
Bimini Twist.
Yes.
What game are you playing, G-Man?
I don't know. What are we playing, Freddie?
We're doing Who's Most Likely To.
Yep. No roulette. Only Monday and Tuesdays.
Who's Most Likely To. What is the amount of the gift card?
$50.
$50 gift card to Bimini Twist. So if you want a $50 gift card to Bimini Twist, give us a call. 877-927-6969. That's 877-927-6969. And we will get you that $50 gift card to Bimini Twist. We are doing Who's Most Likely To. It's a game we've been playing here for a long time. It's a question. Who's most likely to? I fill in the blank. And the answer will either be Greek, Dom, or Franny. And we will do restaurant-themed questions. Who's most likely to? Since we're giving away a gift card to Bimini Twist.
Thank you very much. Women's basketball tonight. UCLA and USC. Big game. UCLA perfect 23-0. USC 21-2. This is going to be a great game, by the way. I'm going to go with USC to break the perfect record of UCLA. Might be something we do wager on later in the day. Who do we got, Dom?
We have Tom up first.
Good afternoon, Tom. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon. How are we?
Oh, we're good. You know how this game is played?
Who's most likely to, you said?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Well, Franny's going to take it from here.
All right, Tom, let's get this one and done. I'm going to ask you the question. Just give us a moment because we have to silently place our votes here in the Penthouse, and then I'll ask you for your answer, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So out of Dom, Greek, or me, Franny, who is most likely to eat all the complimentary bread before the food has arrived? We're missing a vote. All right. We have our answer. Who do you think it is, Tom?
I'm going to go with Greek.
Yeah, you nailed it, Tom.
Congratulations, Tom. I felt it, the one and done.
Thanks.
Yeah, I have a tendency to eat the bread. I've gotten better because bikini season will be here before you know it, and I got to be ready. But yeah, I have gotten better with that. People always be like, man, all you do is eat the bread. But I'm not a big eater. So, you know what I mean? I eat bread and water.
That's why.
Hang tight, Tom. Dom will get your information.
From Tom.
Yes.
Tom.
And we'll get you that gift card.
Tom, we got it from Dom. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Great job, Dominic. Thank you, Francis. Good job as always. Every day on the Penthouse, we try to have a giveaway for you guys. There'll be no Panther tickets the next couple of weeks because the Panthers aren't playing. The NHL has a special
like the Four Nations or something.
Yeah, special tournament going on right now. The Panthers will pick up in a couple of weeks, so there'll be no Panther tickets. It'll be basically restaurant gift cards.
So, speaking of restaurants, we did some of these a few weeks ago, and I have more because they just make me laugh. So, these people who work for restaurants, retail, whatever it is, they decided to let us know, and I'm so glad they did, the dumbest things that customers have ever asked them. And some of them are really, really dumb. And some of them you may be like, oh, I understand.
How long is happy hour?
It is kind of a silly question because it is called happy hour, but some do it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now, it's not, I don't think it's that dumb of a question because it is kind of confusing. But we do have this one that starts here. They said, I once had a customer come in to return something because apparently the color didn't look as nice as in the store than when she got home. She said it just didn't look as nice as she thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, fine, whatever. So they gave her a refund for the shirt. That was fine. However, she then demanded that the store refund her train ticket because she missed her train while coming into our store to return her item. They're like, no, that's not happening. Somebody says, I'm a waitress at a steakhouse. And I've had people ask me the difference between a baked potato and a mashed potato. Yep. She was like, I've had people ask me the difference between fried steak and fried chicken. You don't know how hard it is for me to answer those questions with a straight face. You're like, really? Difference between a baked and a mash? Somebody says, I worked at a bakery counter. One person came in and asked for recommendations. I said the coconut cookies were good. And she replied, oh, no, nothing with nuts. Coconut. Get it. If you worked and you've had somebody ask you something and you just shake your head, you're like, did this really just happen? Let us know. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Somebody said, I work at a university research library and once a patron asked me to clear her negative credit report.
Okay.
She insisted that there must be a way to erase all of her bad credit and significantly increase her credit score on the spot. She's at a university research library, mind you, the person working. When I explained she had to contact the credit reporting agencies to contest inaccuracy, she said, it's not inaccurate. I just need you to remove all those bad things on my credit history.
Yeah, they're right. I just want them gone.
She argued with me for 20 minutes, not accepting that there was no way to fix her poor credit except to pay her bills on time, be financially responsible, and just wait.
Could you get that out?
A lady at a library, like, what?
Yeah, get that out.
I'm a cashier at a retail drugstore. One day, a lady bought 2 bouquets of flowers. I put them each in a bag so the water wouldn't drip and set that on the counter. After she paid, I said thank you and handed her the receipt. She just stood there staring at me. I asked her if she needed something else, and she asked me, so do I pick these up now? The bags. Yep, that's what you do after you pay. You pick up your bags and you leave.
You leave. You want to bring us to your car?
I know. Some people are crazy. Some older lady asked me, the girl folding clothes at a department store, some older ladies asked me, they said the girl folding clothes at a department store to change the buttons in the elevator because they found them confusing. Oh. So so the girl works at the department store. She's like, I'm the girl folding clothes. And this woman comes up to her. She's like, hey, can you guys change the buttons in the elevators? Because they're so confusing.
Well, people,
what?
When people are, in a store or anywhere, they don't care really what your job is. They just have a question, and they're going to ask anybody.
I know, but to ask to change the buttons in an elevator?
No, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
How come there's no 13?
Oh, my goodness. Working in retail means customers will ask for your name constantly, which can actually be annoying or even embarrassing if your name can be easily mispronounced. For context, I am Hispanic, and my name is Adolfo. Once, while working in a suburb of Portland, said I was asked what my name was in English. Before I could respond and say my name does not change based on language, the customer whispered, it's not like Adolf, is it?
Oh,
like,
God.
no, it's Adolfo. If you have any silly stories from customers, let us know. 47142 started off with Real Radio. A concierge on a cruise ship I was on got a call from a passenger. She said she was trapped in her cabin and couldn't get out. He asked her how exactly she was trapped. She said there were 2 doors in her room. One went to the bathroom, and the other had a do not disturb sign on the door handle.
Wow.
So she didn't even use that one. She was like, it says do not disturb. Don't open it.
I don't open it.
What a dope. These people really do exist.
Oh, that is crazy.
Finally, I have a couple more, and we'll stop because I was saving for another day because there's so many. It says I had a guy order a plain toasted bagel at a coffee shop I worked at. He told me he wanted it heavily toasted. So I made sure that it was nice and dark brown. It wasn't good enough. And he told me he wanted it darker. So I set the toaster to the highest setting and cooked another bagel that came out nearly black. Still wasn't good enough.
Oh
So
God.
I ran the third bagel through the toaster twice on the highest setting. It literally caught on fire. I
Oh
said
my
I
God.
brought him this charred, burnt husk of a bagel,
Yeah.
and he was finally happy. He walked away eating a chunk of charcoal with cream cheese like it was the best thing he's ever shoved in his face. They said to this day, I still don't understand.
I mean, if somebody
To each
wants
his own,
something, you know,
I guess.
yeah, but they lost money on it though because she had to do 3 bagels.
Yeah.
That's not
They
the good
did.
thing.
Well, actually, she should have taken the bagel, just used the same one and just kept on putting it through the toaster.
That's what I was going to say. But you said in the same one, the second
Yeah.
one, she did another one.
Somebody says, a former travel agent here. I had a customer who wanted to get married in Lapland, Finland. Totally doable. What wasn't so doable, however, is that she wanted to arrive at the ceremony on a sleigh pulled by polar bears. When I explained the whole apex predator thing, she deadpan asked me if I could arrange for a polar bear that had been declawed and cork its teeth. Needless to say, she didn't end up booking with me.
You can't do that. A little bit, it's a little out
People
there.
are nuts.
Oh, yeah. Some of the requests people have, especially
Can you
at weddings.
declaw them, cork their teeth, and then have them pull me in a sleigh for my wedding? Ugh. I don't, these people exist. They're out there in this world.
Yeah, I mean, some of the requests that people have at hotels, restaurants for weddings, it's just crazy. I mean, just the things they do. And you got to always be very nice, because
Yes.
obviously they're the customer. You don't want them to get pissed.
That whole customer is always right. They're not.
No.
And then I will end it with this before we go to break, and we'll save these for another day because there's still like 20 more. We have here. I worked at Ulta, which is it's a cosmetic store that's huge. A long time ago, I got a customer who brought in a coupon with several red flags. First of all, it was clearly fake. All our coupons start with $9.99, at least at the time, and this one did not. It was also for something ridiculous, like $75 off of $100 purchase. To top it all off, it was expired. Needless to say, I told her I couldn't accept it. I got cussed out. She threw all the things she was going to buy right at me.
Oh, God.
Thankfully, the biggest item was just mascara, so it was fine. But yeah, some people, they will try to scam you, and they are not very good at it either. And there you go. These are things that people say that customers have asked for that are really, really dumb. If you have your own stories, let us know. 47142 is the text line. Just started off with Real Radio.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard that for years, everybody. The customer's always right. But is the customer always right? I mean, there are situations when their question or what they're asking for is just so impossible, you can't do it. But then obviously it goes to your company and your boss, where hopefully they back you. And they, like you said, that. It's crazy, though, some of the things. Especially when I see, like, with engagements and weddings, things that people want, I think are, pretty much out there. I know it's a special day and you want it to be perfect, but there are things that happen. I mean, when I got engaged in Miami, we had a whole beautiful thing set up on the beach. It was great. All of a sudden, it rained.
Oh, yeah.
It was, and they did, the Montreal did an unbelievable job in an hour and set something up. And I really, what was I going to do?
Yeah, you got to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
And they did.
And we didn't have one.
You-
The girl came up with it, but she did a fantastic job. But when something rains and it was pouring, everything was done.
You know where there'd be a lot of proposals this weekend is the South Florida Fair. They're having that hot air balloon thing going on.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, probably.
That's right.
Could be a thing.
Ton
Get
probably
engaged.
going on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
that'd be
engaged
nice.
on a hot air balloon.
Imagine if you say no. You got to
And
remember.
you're up 1,000 feet with the girl.
Just toss him over.
Wow.
That's why my husband said he proposed to me on the Jupiter Lighthouse.
Why?
Just in case I said no. No.
See you later.
Bye.
He would have never done that.
Of course not. Our whole family was waiting for us down there. Hey, where's Franny?
Who did that? I don't know.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back with another batch of Florida stories and so much more. Peace.
We're everywhere you need to be. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
It is a problem-free ride along the Palm Beaches this afternoon. We are looking good on the expressways. No major delays on 95. Drive times on the Turnpike are up to speed. We're accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? Whether you're a local shop or global enterprise, Bank of America gives you access to a range of business solutions to help make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business.
Hey, it's Franny. Looking to sell your car? GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason. They'll buy your car, truck, SUV, even that classic or collectible sitting in the garage. For everything else, just head to GiveMeTheVin.com, upload your VIN, snap a few pics, and get an instant cash offer in just 60 seconds. They'll even come to you for free pickup. Selling your car has never been simpler or faster with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Hey, the big game's over, and there's no more football. And a lot of people are stressing out and worried. What are they going to do? Well, you got to have the same concern about your retirement and what are you going to do when you retire. The one thing you need is a good retirement plan. And if your 401k is there and you're not sure what's going on, Trade Your Wealth can help you with both of these things. Call them at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Offices of West Palm Beach. You need a plan. That's right. And you got to make sure your money is working for you. Trade Your Wealth can help you with both. Call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Offices of West Palm Beach. No more football now, so you just got to think, what am I going to do when I retire? One of the things you want to do is maybe play golf or enjoy South Florida. Trade Your Wealth can help you with both of those things. Call them today at 561-390-1000. 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered by Trajan Wealth, LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why MyLowe's Rewards is free to join. As a member, you earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases, get exclusive free gifts, and earn free shipping at Silver Key status, all on top of weekly member-only deals. Don't wait. Join MyLowe's Rewards for free today and start saving more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs. This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Lenovo is proud to be a part of the iHeart Podcast Awards at South by Southwest, where creativity and innovation collide. With the new Legion Go S, the first licensed handheld powered by SteamOS, your game goes anywhere. Visit Lenovo.com/Legion Go, empowering creators everywhere.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Unseasonably warm this afternoon with temperatures in the middle 80s across the area and the chance for an inland shower or thunderstorm with a south breeze. Temperatures will remain in the upper 60s, low 70s overnight under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny on Friday with afternoon highs in the low 80s across the area.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeart radio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword PAY at realradio921.com. That's PAY. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse, the conclusion of the show, hour 4. Ooh, big word. Dominic's here.
Pay.
That's the key word this hour. Pay. Come on, make it happen. Franny's here.
What's up?
And it is time for another batch of Florida stories.
Florida.
Ooh, Florida. Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right. So we have a corrections deputy from St. Lucie County on the wrong side of the law after what authorities describe as a road rage incident. Two 18-year-olds in a car, say Deputy Devin Mills, abruptly hit the brakes in his SUV Monday night because he thought these kids were tailgating him. Well, he got out, walked to the vehicle. There's a cell phone video that was released. They saw this whole thing. Then they see the deputy yelling at the female driver and male passenger and then grabbing the arm of the male through the open window and pulling him out the window, his arm. They said he did that because he was trying to snatch the cell phone away because they were filming him. Deputy Mills now, because of that incident, has been charged with burglary with assault or battery for grabbing that dude's arm and pulling it out the window. The sheriff's office has opened an administrative investigation into the incident, and he is now on unpaid leave pending investigation. Next up in You're What the Florida, she's probably going to wind up getting a pretty stiff sentence in Fort Pierce. 50-year-old woman named Julissa was arrested for hitting her ex-man with a dildo during an argument. The incident occurred when Julissa had been staying temporary with her 52-year-old ex. She got upset, had a couple cocktails, initiated a dispute over his Instagram activity. Well, when he threatened to call 911, that's when she picked up the dildo and threw it at him. Police did find that she was agitated when they showed up, smelled of alcohol, and she was charged with misdemeanor battery and released on a $1,000 bond. The judge also ordered Julissa to have no contact with the victim. Then next up in Your What the Florida, we have somebody who is taunting the police. I'm not going to say the county where Gainesville is. Thanks, PJ, for helping me, but I'm always going to destroy it. Clap back at a wanted woman on their Facebook. So they posted the Facebook about the whereabouts. They wanted information. Quanteria Pankey Richardson. So they put a photo of her. It says wanted subject. And they put it up there. So then she shared her photo on her. She took that screenshot and put it on her Facebook. And she said, I ain't hard to find, do your job. So then they come back, the sheriff's office, with some commentary of their own.
This is crazy.
This is them. They're going, hey, Richardson, low key, you ate that. Lucky for you, we're used to those who play hard to get. Real talk, be our Valentine. they even offered to pick her up. They said in a custom green and white whip and take her to the best bed and breakfast in town. She insisted in another Facebook post, then she comes back, insisted she high-key ate and once again challenged them to arrest her. Said, that's why y'all mad. Now come get me, pigs.
Wow.
Well, still can't find her because they said if anybody knows her whereabouts, they're asked to contact investigators or call Crime Stoppers. So even with all of that, still can't. And this is crazy. There is a Florida woman who has been charged with a hit and run. So her name is Yaneli Guzman of Cape Coral. She spoke about the arrest. And she said she was pulling into a parking spot when she felt a bump. Then she realized she hit a low-hanging tree branch hovering over the parking spot.
Happens.
She told the manager about the incident and later called the police, but things took a turn. Yeah, at least she did that. She didn't have to, right?
Yeah.
Instead of him doing my incident report, he took me to jail for a hit and run.
Of a tree?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She said the officer handcuffed her, drove her to the jail, and she even got a mugshot and everything. Wow. She had to pay $150 to bail out of jail, hired a lawyer to help expunge her charges. Thank God it was almost a month later, because this happened last month. They said Florida police dropped the charges on a woman that hit a tree with her car and took off.
That's sad.
Can you imagine? You're like, is this really happening right now?
Crazy.
And that is your What the Florida.
Wow, that is crazy. Great job, Franny. We do it twice a show. Paul McCartney did a special thing on Tuesday night. I did hear about this. He did a surprise show in the city. He put it on social media that he was going to do a surprise show and that you could buy tickets, $50 tickets in person at the Bowery Ballroom box office. And that's where he did it. 500 people showed up. I guess that's all they could hold at this place. But, man, could you imagine that where you get to see Paul McCartney for $50? I mean, that's unbelievable.
In a small room, too. 500 people.
I cannot believe that he did something like this. He did Hey Jude, a couple other Beatle hits, Let It Be, but the article was in the Post, and somebody else told me about this, and I guess you had to follow him. But this was Tuesday night in the city, and did a little concert for 500 people, and my God, you had to be psyched to be there to see one of the Beatles and a legend, obviously, Paul McCartney. I think that's unbelievable. Kicked off about 6:45, and that was it. Everybody, whoever was there, were banned from bringing any phones in or, videotaping anything like that, which is understandable. I can get that. But how cool would that be if you're a fan of his or the Beatles and you follow him and you see that $50? I mean, the price is unreal. I mean, you can't get, today you can't go to McDonald's for $50 for two people. It's crazy. But yeah, 50 people got to see him. He was at the Super Bowl on Sunday, and then he was in New York for a couple of days, I guess, but he did a surprise concert, Paul McCartney, at the Bowery Ballroom in Manhattan. $50. That's pretty special.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you got something like that, that's something you would probably look at and read if you were following him and think it's not true. You know what I mean? Like $50 to go see him?
No, because that's something he probably posted like in his story and was like, if you want to see me, you got a chance. Be here. Pop-up show. I know a lot of artists have been doing those pop-up shows.
That's fantastic. I think that's great. I think Lady Gaga was doing some in like a lot of bars and small places. I remember reading that about her. I guess she got out, same way of, you got to follow them and check it out if you're a fan. And then you can go out and check them because you're not going to see anything for $50. Yeah, movies today is like what? $18 for two people, and you're going to see a movie
for two.
Yeah,
that's like one almost.
Yeah, I mean it's just
like
crazy.
$18 for one person.
Yeah, shows the last time G was at the movies.
I don't even know. I could be wrong too. Is it more than that? It's been a long time since.
What is it, like $15?
Yeah. Well, when was the last time you were at the movies?
I cannot remember.
I can't either. When was the last time you were at the movies?
I think it was right around COVID, probably right before COVID.
Okay, yeah, it's been a long time.
But I'm just saying,
I know that they're trying to get people in, so I wonder if they
lower prices.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm thinking right now, the last movie I saw, I can't. I can't.
I know, it really has been a long time. But the last time I saw a movie, I think it was one of those really comfortable where they have like the loungers, recliners, and they have wine, and so it was a lot of money. But
and they're expensive. I mean, when you do something like that,
that's what I'm saying. It was a lot.
It's at least for two people in those situations. I think $100 easy because you're getting food served to you. You're sitting down,
popcorn and all the stuffs.
So I'm trying to think.
What's your go-to movie snacks when you go to the movies?
Popcorn. I like candy too.
Yeah, but which one?
Oh, I like Sour Patch, like those type.
Okay.
I'm a gummy type of guy. I'm not chocolatey.
Yeah.
Fresh popcorn.
Oh, well, yeah.
I
don't want last night's popcorn.
I know, it just seems like for popcorn,
Can you make it fresh, please?
The first layer after you get through it always seems a little like, not as great.
You need extra butter.
The thing that sucks is
I don't like butter.
I don't put extra butter on mine either. I don't like, well, it's not I don't like. I always eat everything before the movie starts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang it. Now what?
Yeah, it's like when you're going on a plane and you read your magazine before the plane takes off. You're like, oh my God. No, I got
nothing to do now.
What am I going to do? I read my popcorn before that.
So I used to be popcorn and goobers. Remember goobers?
Goobers and Raisinets.
Raisinets was my mom's jam. She loved those. See, I go back and forth. I'm either that or Twizzlers and popcorn. Because I like to take the Twizzlers and chop off the ends and put it in my soda and use it as a straw. But that's obviously ages
No plastic
ago.
straws
That's
needed.
what I used to do.
Yeah.
It's been forever since I've been.
When was the last movie you saw? Can you remember?
I can't. No, I'm trying to think.
It was definitely way before COVID.
But it's now, I mean, even with this Complete Unknown, it just came out, but they're talking about it's going to be streaming in a few weeks. Movies go to stream so fast.
Yeah, that you figure I don't want to go.
It's just like, I'm good. One movie that I did see that I wish I would have watched in the theaters and it was good and I saw it at home was the new Twisters.
Okay.
And it was great. I really enjoyed it, but I can tell how it could have been better at the theater.
Yeah, I think for people, they just like to be home. It's less expensive. They have the comfort, they're comfortable. They don't have to get in their car and drive home, all that stuff, deal with all the hassle. But I really, man, if you gave me $1,000 right now and you said, hey, what's the last movie you saw?
I went through the list of the biggest movies in the last 5 years. I figured out what movie it was.
What was it?
Barbie.
Oh, you went to Barbie. Who'd you go there with? Peter? DJ, Pencil, and Peter.
Oh, God, gee.
Do you remember who you went with?
I'm trying to think. It
had to be a girl.
Yeah, it had to be.
Or management.
No, yeah.
Management took you.
I don't think we had a work gig at Barbie, so it had to be.
I'm trying to think of the last movie I went to. I can't think. I have to go back to 2019. And think of what movie could you went? Would you remember the last concert you went to?
Oh, well, I mean, do you count all my DJ concerts I go to and stuff? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I was at the Hard Rock 2 weeks ago.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. I think the last one, I haven't been at a concert in a long time. The last one I was at was U2 in Miami.
I got approved for Ultra.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I'll be at Ultra all 3 days.
Wow.
And in March.
Ooh. You better tell the boss.
What's that matter? It's on the weekend.
It's 3 days you just said.
I know, but it starts at 4 p.m. on Friday. So
okay. So Saturday and Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you'll be worth
that Monday? That Monday will be...
We might have to get a search party for you. Are you kidding me? You're going to be out. Are you going to stay in Miami?
Maybe one of the nights. I usually do the drive back just because of the dog.
Yeah, man, that's a lot. Be careful because you're going to be drinking.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I got to sober up for sure. That.
Maybe I'll just come and go down the other side of Miami and wait for you and just give you a ride home.
Ooh.
I mean, that'd be nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to
and
do.
a white Benz? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I wouldn't take my car. I'll take a different
car.
Oh. I don't want people to see me. Oh, my God. I'm a soccer mom now. I have a white one. Yeah, just be careful. So you got to prove for Ultra. Woo. Man, have you ever been at Ultra?
Yeah, this will be my 4th time.
Oh, all right. So you're familiar.
Mm-hmm.
How are the ladies at Ultra?
Tons.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, good. Well,
I think they pull in 500,000 people there.
Oh, I know. It's a mob scene. I mean, every year, Miami has so many complaints.
It's the biggest week in Miami.
Yeah, that and the art show.
Yeah, Art Basel, but yeah. I'm pretty sure Miami Music Week might even top that.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I would bet Art Basel does better financially for the city. I would think because the hotels and everything like that raise their prices, the restaurants. I know last week they were talking about them, how they're, pushing down on spring breakers. They don't want that, obviously.
They already, I think they already came out with a video or something.
Yeah,
they always do that commercial.
Yeah.
Or how they don't want people there.
Yeah, they just don't want you there for that.
And we'll get the usual Fort Lauderdale full of kids.
Of course. Next week, you got the Food and Wine Show.
Yep,
which is,
that's next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I highly recommend it.
It's fun. It's pricey, but it's fun.
Yeah, if you have to have the patience. I mean, the best thing to do with that is if you can get a room down there or close. But again, like Franny says, this is expensive. I would stay away on Sunday because that's the worst day. There's so many people.
And I think down there they have the boat show this weekend.
Yeah, the Miami Boat Show. That's this. Yes, there's a lot of things, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. But there's a lot of things going on next week too, as you mentioned. But yeah, Miami Food and Wine. I recommend. There's so many events that go on South Beach Food and Wine throughout the weekend. But if you were to do one thing, I would do the Goya Grand Tasting Village that happens Saturday and Sunday, and that's where they do all the big tents on the beach throughout the day. I think it's like a 12 to 5, and you with the ticket, it's a hefty ticket, but you get to sample so many items: food, booze, wine, everything. It's really that's the one. If you're going to do it for the first time, I would buy tickets to that one.
Here it is. It's a great event. It really
I know.
is.
I'm sad I'm going to miss it. I am. Because I did get passes for it again this year, and I have stuff. My sister-in-law is getting married, so we got a lot of stuff going on.
You can't do it.
Not that weekend, but we have things, celebrations.
Yeah, it is a good event. It really is. But I would say my recommendation is stay away Sunday, because Sunday it's really bad. I mean, it's just overwhelming with people. And you got to wait. I mean, even if you get there early and you have a ticket, you got to wait to get in. But it's fun. I mean, Friday's good. Saturday's good. Saturday's great. We did it years ago. We used to do the shows down there. And actually, that's where we started 20 years ago, maybe longer, where we met Tito's from Tito's Vodka years ago when it was first starting, like 2000. We were doing shows at the Marriott, and that's where we bumped in him for the first time, and our relationship started with him. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it.
And look at that relationship now.
Yeah, God bless. It's worked for 25 years. Very privileged to be with them and for them to be with us and for it to continue on. And again, we're going to be there next week. And that's where it all started. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved. Things that you see couples do in restaurants that you were like, man, why are they doing that? Let us know. Maybe you saw it as a customer or maybe you saw it as a server.
I got one. How about couples with kids and they just let their kids just do whatever they want?
That's bad.
Or even sit at a different table than the kids just because they know that their kids are so bad.
They don't want to deal
with them. Yeah. I've seen that.
But just create messes. I mean, just let them run around and just let them throw everything on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a good one. That's
definitely a good one. There's no doubt about it. I've seen some bad behavior at valet with people. It seems that people get very impatient, obviously, when they're waiting for their car. And I've seen some bad behavior at valet that I was, people yelling at the guys, stuff like that, even locally a couple times. And I'm a little surprised. Men and women. I mean, you got to realize when you're parking valet and you come outside and to get your car and there's a line, you're going to wait.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just it. I mean, and those guys are running as fast as they can. I mean, you usually see it. They're not like walking, looking at their phone because that's their tips. But I've seen bad behavior with people with valet, and that bothers me and says stuff because you could just see the way they are. And you see them coming back. Sometimes they're sweating. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hard Rock. You go there on a Saturday night, you're waiting for your car. I mean,
it does take a while. You're right.
I mean, it's, and if you think, and it's not a knock on them, there's just so many cars. Like you go there, I've known people waited 40 minutes for their car.
Hey, you can get stuck in those garages too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Do they have it now? I can't remember. Man, it's been a while. Do they have it where some places where you can text ahead to let them know that to get your car ready?
Yeah, they do. I've seen it play, even restaurants sometimes, but I've seen it at Hard Rock. I think Hard Rock, you can do it. I'm not sure.
I don't valet my car much, so.
In Boca, they do it at Meisner Park. You can text them like it, whatever. And that is a great thing, like you said. But I'm saying there are some times when, you got to realize your park, they want to get your car. It's not like they don't want to get your car. The worst thing is when they come back, and I've seen this a couple of times, and I hope that happened to me, but it never did, when they're like, can't find your car. And you're like, what? And like down at Prime 112 in Miami, they pull up those cars, and it always amazes me that they really don't give you much juice. Like they'll yell at a car, somebody comes up and dukes them, and they're on to the next car. And I've always been like, man, how do they know? Like they'll yell, whatever car it is. Now, maybe they check the big cars, like the Lamborghinis, certain Benzes, you know what I mean, Porsches.
I mean, aren't you supposed to have like a ticket or something like that?
Yeah, but you get it, like, I don't know, it just seems so quick. Like, I remember a bunch of times I'd be there, black Benz, I'm like, here you go, right here. give them the money and just get in the car. Like, I don't know. I've always thought, like, man, somebody could just take it, go right to the docks, and you're gone. You're right down the street, and it's over. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you want to get involved with the show. You can always text us at Real Radio 47142. What is the keyword this one?
The keyword is, I believe it's bills.
Bills. Making it happen for you today.
Bills. Enter Bills, Real Radio.
Oh, no. We changed it.
Oh,
because we were just after 1 o'clock now.
Okay, so what is it?
It is pay, P-A-Y,
right.
pay.
Oh, okay.
All right, take pay. Enter it, realradio921.com. Gotta tell them what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because if not, they'll call Dom and just say, pay.
Yeah, pay.
And say,
Enter
no, you didn't win.
realradio921.com. Couple text 47142. Started off with Real Radio. I think I'll get a new body pillow for Valentine's Day and name it Dom. I about got the Greek one worn out. All right. We also have here, Franny said the customer is always right. The original is the customer is always right in matters of taste. Okay. We have also another saying that is incorrectly recited is a jack of all trades, but a master of none is oftentimes better than the master of one. It was first written in a book in the 17th century, attributed to Shakespeare, but that's false. All right. Well, thank you. Then we have Frannis. I'm an electrician. Once had a customer ask me to change. Oh, where'd it go? To change all the switches so they made a click noise instead of a clack noise.
Oh, my God.
What? That's funny. Greek can come by my trailer and I'll show him a pop-up for $50. He can also have a free mixed sausage. Jeez.
Nice!
The last time Greek was in a movie theater was 2006. The movie was Brokeback Mountain, and he was with Dano. That's from Anthony. I can't remember the last movie I went to, but I remember the theater had sticky seats and carpet.
Wow.
I have a feeling I know what kind of theater you were in.
Awesome.
And that's it.
That's it. Love our audience. Love that you guys get involved and that you're so open.
Yes.
We don't judge you here.
Yes.
Whatever you want to say.
It's anonymous. I don't know who's texting me.
We don't know.
Unless you cite him like Hugh does.
Then we know. There's certain ones you know, though, after a
Well,
while.
yeah, Anthony does too.
Yeah. Anthony likes to put his little touch on it. We haven't heard Anthony any picks this week for Anthony. Must be getting his ass kicked. Because usually when he's hot, he'll drop us, this is what I'm doing on the Greek Zone. We will have the Greek Zone today, and we will have Drew Martin, a guy I'm jealous of, who lives in Mexico on the beach with his girlfriend and his dog. I always picture him that they're this little hut, and he's just throwing a stick out there, and his dog's going, and she's got a bikini walking behind him.
I love it.
And he's betting games on his laptop. Not a bad life. He's been down there and enjoys it for years. It is a Greek, Francis, and Dominic. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Getting ready for the day of love. If you don't have any plans yet, you got to make them. And if you need help, call us. Maybe we can suggest some things. Franny's always got a lot of things that are interesting you could do. Dominic can chime in, and so can I. Don't drop the ball tomorrow. That's not a good day to drop the ball.
Or the soap.
Especially because it's on Friday, because then you have a bad weekend all weekend. You know what I mean? Like, then you did bad Friday, then she's going to be mad Saturday and Sunday. You wake up Saturday, and she looks at you like Halle Berry looked at Eddie Murphy and said, "What are you doing? How could you have done that last night?" That means, like, you forgot. You can't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Anything, even a card. Like, get a card or write one. You know, something like that. Write something maybe in lipstick on the mirror. Like, I love you, with a heart. I mean, that's cute. That's something. Somebody did that to me one time, but they spelled Greek wrong. I wasn't upset. I was just
can I go write that on your car with
a heart?
Mm-hmm.
With lipstick?
With lipstick?
It's different. I wouldn't mind it, if you could. I'm ready to get my car wrapped anyway.
Lipstick
Black.
would be a pain in the ass to get off.
Oh, yeah. It's a pain. Yes, it really is. And especially if it's something bad. I had somebody write something to me one time in lipstick on a hotel mirror, and it wasn't nice. She was a little upset with me. And I was like, oh, my God, Syracuse. How dare you tell me that?
Damn orange.
Can't believe the Knicks lost, Greek. It is the Penthouse. Tonight, UCLA, USC, women's basketball. We'll have money on it. We'll tell you about that in the Greek Zone. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
The husband, his wife gets eaten by a hippo. He's big mad, very upset now.
Why?
He's... You're a monster, man.
I'm going to tell Ashley you said that.
Yeah, you're a bad man.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Palm Beach Gardens, the problem spot accident slowing us down. It's I-95 South, right at PGA Boulevard. Look out, we have a right lane blocked. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that with job site delivery as soon as same day, you can get what you need without losing valuable time. They help you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select zip codes for same-day delivery. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See lowes.com/same-day delivery for details.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Scott for Scots here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open at Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund, so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messingthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hazel Greek from Monroe to Palm Beach. 7 days a week, that's where the beautiful ladies are. And on Friday night, guess what? Fantasy Friday. Stop in. The girls at Monroe's will make your fantasies become a reality. A 5-star menu, beautiful ladies, and a great music scene. You can't beat Monroe's. It's the ingredient to a perfect night. And if you like sports, it's a perfect place to watch a game. Because if your team wins or loses, it doesn't matter. You're with a Monroe lady, and you're always in the winner's circle. Monroe's at Palm Beach, where all the beautiful girls are. Pace.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and a scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. so the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and a scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Freshen up your morning with a Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or even a honey buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Unseasonably warm this afternoon with temperatures in the middle 80s across the area and the chance for an inland shower or thunderstorm with a south breeze. Temperatures will remain in the upper 60s, low 70s overnight under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny on Friday with afternoon highs in the low 80s across the area.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
I'm Arturo Castro, and I've been lucky enough to do stuff like Broad City, Narcos, Roadhouse, but now I'm coming out with my own podcast. Get ready for Greatest Escapes, a new comedy podcast about the wildest true escape stories in history. Each week, I'll be sitting down with some of the most hilarious actors and writers and comedians, people like Ed Helms, Diane Guerrero, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love storytelling, and I love you.
Listen to Greatest Escapes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Greatest Escapes to start listening.
Medical marijuana made easy. Get approved for your card today at mmjhealth.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
And Monroe's will make your fantasies become a reality.
Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Is that why you were running around like a little beaver? I knew it. I said, I see you running from studio to
Thank you. I needed a laugh.
First of all, to even see you run, it's amazing. I know you could. I said, it's got to be something to slam me. And this is why I like working with you, because working with each other, we know, like Franny knows things about me and vice versa, you know, it goes around. And I saw you running back and forth. I said, why would he be running? It can't be something that he's doing for work, you know, like that he cares about. Actually, it's got to be a slam on Greek. And of course it was. And that was a mistake that I made on the Monroe spot. Don't forget to get over to Monroe 7 days a week where the beautiful ladies are always there and make your fantasies. Fantasies! Fantasies!
Oh my God.
It's Fantasy Friday. It's coming at you.
It's Thursday.
Well, tomorrow's Friday. That's the way it works. It's never going to change. Like 2 years from now, it's not going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday. It's always going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just the way it is. Dominic's here. And Monroe's will make your fantasies become a reality. Whatever. Oh, God. I would never make fun of somebody who made a mistake in life. We're all not perfect, my son.
The Lord is our shepherd. Hello, Francis.
Hey, what's up?
Time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's trifecta.
It's good to put the Greek down. Yeah.
It's not putting you down. It's just, just laughing with you.
That's it. I don't care. I really don't care.
Exactly. That's why.
I don't care.
You laugh at it too.
Of course. Who's perfect? I mean, come on. If we were perfect world, like if I won the Super Bowl again, that would have been boring. I'm glad I lost. I mean, it's happy times, whatever.
Whatever.
A.J. Brown won the Super Bowl, and he said 24 hours later, it's over.
It's like Christmas. When Christmas is over, you're like, now what?
Now what? He said, it was great to win the Super Bowl, but he's over it already. A.J. Brown, you know what? Hey, now he's got more time to read books, actually. And if you did watch the game on Sunday, there was a couple of people on the sidelines with books. It was so funny. They were showing the Eagle coaches that had some books. Miami Heat play in Dallas tonight. Heaters, not a good first half of the season. Just all the trouble with Jimmy Butler has just been, I think, has taken away a lot from the season. They end up picking up Wiggins, who's very good and won a NBA championship with the Warriors. But don't expect much from the Heat in the second half of the season. If they make the playoffs, it'll be lucky. They're 25-27. They are playing Dallas tonight, and then it's the NBA All-Star Game. Also this weekend, Daytona 500. That's their Super Bowl for racing. Have you ever been up there, Dom?
No.
It's supposed to be unbelievable.
I would love to go. Yeah, they say, and I'm not a NASCAR fan,
Yeah.
but they say it's just a really, really cool experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be, it is their Super Bowl.
I have friends that are up there right now.
And it's like an all-weekend thing, too. So Daytona 500 this weekend. Get up there and enjoy yourself and have a good time. And baseball is in gear. Pitchers and catchers are in training right now. And, we're right in the backyard of 5 teams right here in West Palm Beach. So we got enough of it, and it's going to go on the whole month of March, and it starts end of February, and your chance to watch the professionals at the highest level playing right here. People come from all over the country to check out these games. Yanks, they used to play in Fort Lauderdale for years, but they moved to Tampa. But the Mets are right here for all your New Yorkers and Port St. Lucie. I do anticipate they're going to be sold out because they got Soto, and I think people are going to be wanting to go all the time to go see him. The $700 million man will be playing right in our backyard. I would think that people are going to want to go. Wouldn't you think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a big signing.
Yeah, and then when he comes down here, the Mets usually play the Marlins or the Cardinals. You'll see that too. But, yeah, it's going to be, I think Port St. Lucie is going to be packed with the people. Just like when Tebow was here years ago. People came for that. And years later, when Tebow was gone, they still were selling his jersey up at the stadium. So we'll see what happens, but that's going to be going on in the next couple weeks. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Peace. So, Franny,
yes.
I saw this, and it's scary, and I saw one of my friends, I would say about 2 years ago, taking a selfie, and he fell, and he's lucky to get hurt. And it wasn't a high place, but he was taking a selfie with a cigar, and he fell backwards. And he's lucky to get hurt. Broke his arm.
Because people do. People do get hurt. People die when taking selfies. In fact, they have statistics that came out. It's official. Selfies claim more lives than shark attacks.
That's amazing.
Wow.
They said many people go for the ultimate selfie, usually perched at the edge of a cliff or somewhere else just as dangerous. So they've been keeping track of selfie deaths for a while. The number has spiked. They said other sources started keeping track, and they suggest the toll has risen to as many 480 fatalities by the end of 2024. Selfies. 480, not in just that year, but altogether. Because of the problem, many of the risky locations now have security keeping watch.
Yeah.
They said the 2 biggest causes of death by selfie, falls from height. And this one's weird. Excuse me, drowning. Yeah.
Maybe you're taking a picture of yourself, obviously, by water, and then you fall in, or maybe you can't swim.
Or is this like
Possibly.
in a spring like Ginny Springs and you're underwater with the camera, maybe like that?
I don't
Like a
know,
GoPro.
but maybe you're taking a selfie, you fall, you hit your head, you fall in some water. I don't know. But yeah, the falling from heights I get, but drowning. But the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents reminds tourists to use common sense.
Yeah.
And don't ignore signs or barriers. And that's the thing. A lot of times they have barriers and they're like, nope, going to go through here anyways for their great Instagram moments because they're saying it could be your last.
You see it a lot of times in all cities where people, go on the roof. And they've talked about that, even apartment buildings where they want to take a picture. Obviously, it could be anywhere. I got a buddy of mine who lives down in West Palm Beach. and I was over his house, and he was showing me the roof. I mean, it was right there. It was beautiful of the whole, skyline and down there, but you can see people taking selfies and doing crazy stuff. And like I said, my buddy fell backwards with a cigar and broke his arm. It wasn't even that tall. It was like maybe 10 feet up. He was at a cigar place and he wanted to take a picture. Fell backwards, broke his arm right there.
I mean 10 feet, that's pretty high.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm saying when you're thinking like, people on buildings and stuff like that, they go like in the city where your people are up there and this, 20, 30 flights up, stories up. I mean, it's just crazy. And the ocean, like she said, people drowning.
People fall off cruise ships that. I'm sure taking selfies off cruise ships like that.
Probably.
I said it before, like cruise ships, I don't understand. They have the money. Why there isn't a huge net around the whole.
To catch people.
Seriously.
I get it.
I mean, you have millions of dollars and you would probably definitely save lives. I mean, just put it right around the whole ship. I mean, it's if I can think of it, I'm sure they have. It's probably the cost. It's what I said years ago with baseball parks. And really, the only reason they did at baseball parks to change was because of phones. Because the increasing amount of people were getting injured, getting hit because they were looking at their phones and not paying attention. I remember as a kid sitting on the dugout, with the Yankees. Craziness. And I think back now, I would never sit there. I mean, I think the net's over the dugout. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
But I remember we would be like screaming, come on, right there with our glove. I'm talking when I was a kid, 10 years old. And it's funny because Franny mentioned somebody this morning, Liza Minnelli. We sat next to her in the World Series. We were kids. And she bought us, me and my buddy, 2 hot dogs.
That was nice.
Yeah. I didn't really know who she was.
Yeah.
And then it was my dad who got his tickets. And then he came down and he goes, that's a big star.
That's cool.
And he was like, are they being good? And she's like, no, they're being very nice. And we didn't know. We were kids. And she goes, you want a hot dog? We're like, sure.
I love a hot dog.
And then I was like, oh, Liza Minnelli, what's going on? But yeah, like sitting on the dugout, I remember putting our elbows and like banging them, on the dugout. But today, like, oh, forget it. And that's what that was caused from. People looking down at their phones and line drives just coming flying off. I mean, hockey raised it too. Now hockey, the net's way up.
Yeah, because the puck hits differently.
Oh, yeah.
Puck is way
I don't know
differently.
what I would want to get hit. It was worse because the puck's frozen. But man, a line drive, people have gotten killed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and it says on the back of a ticket, people don't realize it that you cannot sue. It says it at a hockey game, baseball game, and another thing, golf.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got to be careful.
You can get nailed. I love this. It's 47142 started off with Real Radio. We have being woken up with a kiss because it's said for Valentine's Day, right? So being woken up with a kiss is so precious. Unless you're in jail. Yeah, that's about right. I feel like that's accurate.
It could be your love, though. You find your cellmate.
You never, G-Man calls it a cellmate, not a soulmate.
I thought it was always you had to go to jail to find real love. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I can't find love on the streets. I got to go to jail? That's awesome. Unbelievable. Yeah, I guess that would be a little different, getting kissed on the forehead by somebody unless you're in jail. But that's what I love about our audience. Selfies. Have you ever taken a selfie and said after the fact, what was I thinking?
Or gotten injured, right?
Yeah.
Gotten injured doing it.
Yeah, gotten injured or maybe what was I thinking? There's a buddy of mine who has a restaurant. He said somebody stepped on the table and the table went over when they were taking a selfie. They wanted to take a picture of themselves and the bar. And it was like a really good bar. They jumped on the table and fell. I mean, not even thinking. He said nobody stopped them because it was so quick, packed place. I mean, again, it's things that people do.
Somebody texts, selfies are God's way of culling the herd, like thinning the herd.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to do that. Could you think of a place that you took a crazy selfie? Studio?
Right here? Right here? Not really something too crazy, no.
Yeah, you got to be a certain kind of person, too, that you're thinking, like, you want that rush. They talk about them at, like, the Grand Canyon and places like that. You hear stories all the time.
Yeah, which is cool. Just don't be at the edge. I mean, you want to take selfies. Yeah, do it. Just be safe about it. That's it. So they do talk about here about when we do have President's Day coming up, and we can have a little bit of a discussion. It's on Monday. So I want to know, because they put out there, who do you think played the best president in a movie? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a real president that they played. It could be a fictional one. But who do you think? Is there anybody off the top of your head you can think of?
Harrison Ford.
Okay.
I forget the name of the movie, but he was the president, and I thought he was good in it. Trying to think of anybody else.
So I'll let you know who made their list. Harrison Ford did make number 1 on the list, G-Man.
Oh, wow.
For Air Force One.
That was it.
President John Marshall. All right, so we have 13 here. I don't think I ever saw it. President Charlotte Field by Charlize Theron, who played it in Long Shot. I don't know if I ever saw Long Shot.
Oh, I saw that. That was a great movie.
Not familiar with this one.
Funny movie.
1984, Dreamscape, The President, played by Eddie Albert. Not familiar. Then we have number 11, President John Harker, played by Donald Pleasance. I'm not really familiar with that. In Escape from New York, 1981 film. Did you ever see that?
No.
Then we have President Thomas Wilson, played by Danny Glover. 2012 was a movie. Never heard of that. That came out in 2009. Let's see. G.I. Joe Retaliation, 2013. The President, played by Jonathan Pryce, number 9. I'm really not familiar with a lot of these. This, in Big Game, that movie's from 2014. President William Allen Moore was played by Samuel Jackson. Haven't seen that. Deep Impact, Morgan Freeman. President Tom Beck. I've never seen Deep Impact, but I heard it's a great movie. That's from 1998. He made number 7 on the list. Then we have Olympus Has Fallen. Aaron Eckhart, I believe, 2013. Then we have Mars Attacks. I did see that. Very crazy movie. 1996, President James Dale at number 5, played by Jack Nicholson. Did you ever see Mars Attacks? It's good, but it is odd. Have you seen it? No? That movie is from 1996.
I have another one, too.
There's a ton of celebrities in that movie. It's very weird, but it's funny. Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, 2012. President Abraham Lincoln, played by Benjamin Walker at number 4. So far, I'm not familiar, so I can't say if I agree or disagree. The White House Down, 2013. President James Sawyer, played by Jamie Foxx.
What was that one?
White House Down.
I just saw that.
And then Independence Day, the president was played by Bill Pullman. That was Thomas J. Whitmore. And then, as I mentioned, number 1, Harrison Ford. So a lot of these I'm not familiar. Are you? Do you agree? Or would you put somebody else on the top of that list?
What about the guy, I think he got an Academy Award. I forget his name, the actor. He played Lincoln. That was like within the last 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He got
he's a method actor. Yeah. Why is he not on the list?
He's very deep.
He is.
I can't think of his name. I see his face, but I can't think of his name.
I know. It's going to kill me.
But he got
He
Academy
stepped
Award.
away for a little bit.
Yeah.
From
Hollywood.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. And I think he got an Oscar for that.
Yeah, so he's not, that's what I'm saying. Like, this list is something that they came up with it's a website I've never heard of, Kotaku, whatever, but they said the 13 most badass movie presidents according to them. And if you were like, that list is garbage, you got to put this person on the list. As G-Man mentioned, Daniel Day-Lewis playing Lincoln, who would you put on the list?
Can you think of anybody down?
To play president.
Yeah, Harrison Ford came to me right away. But then when I started thinking, I'd be like, hey, what was the guy's name, the actor who won the Oscar for Lincoln? Because, I mean, obviously he played that fantastic. He got an Oscar for it. But that's it. That's the only ones I can think of off the top of my head, those two. And Jamie Foxx, because I just saw it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, yep.
And he was in the movie with the guy from the dancing. What the hell was that?
The dancing?
The dancing guy who did all the crazy moves. What the hell's his name? He was engaged to Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Oh, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
I was like the dancing guy with all the moves.
When I first turned it on, I was like,
I'm like, what?
When I first turned it on, I'm like, is Jamie Foxx going to get a lap dance?
You spoke about, what is it, Olympus That Has Fallen?
Yeah.
Is it in that movie that, what's his name? Someone else takes over as president in that.
I don't know. I've never
seen it.
No, I've never seen it. So
Interesting. Yeah, let us know. You only got a couple minutes. If there's somebody who portrayed a movie that's not on the list or we didn't mention, you could call us at 877-927-6969, or you can text us, First Minute Real Radio, and then you got to put in numbers.
Nope. First. How long have you been doing this? 47142 that's like the number that you're texting, right? And you have to start your text, the official text, with Real Radio.
I figured out which actor I was thinking of. Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah. I think he was on the list.
He was.
Yeah, he would be, I think, a good actor for president.
Yeah. Harrison Ford was excellent. He really was in that one. That's the first one that came to my mind. off top of my
Somebody
head.
said Michael Douglas, I guess, was in The American President in 95. I never saw that either.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Charlie Sheen's dad did one too about JFK years ago.
Well, his dad also played president, but in a television series for a long time, The
yeah.
West Wing.
Yeah, and that was
right?
a big hit.
That was huge.
Yeah. I mean, that was on a long, long time.
We have Tiny Lister, President of the Federated States in The Fifth Element. Did I read that right? Tiny Lister, President of the Federated States in The Fifth Element. I do remember The Fifth Element, but I'm not that much. I did watch that, though. That was Bruce Willis.
Oh, was
The
it?
Fifth Element? Never saw it?
No, I didn't.
Huh, interesting.
Did you see it?
Nope.
You guys are missing out. Some good movies.
All right, tomorrow night if you don't have dates.
Me and G-Man.
Yeah, Fifth Element. You guys are going to Miami.
DJ Pencil, baby.
Watching movies. You
I'll
guys
bring
have
out-
a whole big old weekend planned.
I can bring out an Ultra. Put your hands together right now. Give me some music. Come on. We wanted this guy. We got him. DJ Pencil. Yeah. Nice. If we keep the screen all dark, they can't see you. DJ Pencil. Put your hands together if you want to meet him. $50 at the side gate. Come by now.
Am I in a costume like a pencil, like Marshmallow?
You should be. Yeah, pencil head.
I don't want to make you do that because I think it'll get
We should put like
funny.
an eraser on top of you here. Eraser helmet.
We'll just go with DJ Pencil.
I feel like he's got to have like a thing. He's got to have
I don't want
sex.
anybody to see him. I want to keep the mystique.
Yeah, they
Well,
won't
yeah,
see me.
that's the whole thing. What? Exactly. You said no costume. We're saying costume so they don't see him.
I know, but the pencil I think is a little corny. I don't know.
So then how
Just
would
keep
they
me
not
on
see him?
It's like Wizard of Oz. Keep me on a sheet.
Oh, okay. I guess you're going to be behind a curtain.
That's it. You know what
Behind
I
a
mean?
sheet,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Freak says.
You don't want to be on the camera. So why would it be different at Ultra? Maybe to get a piece of ass so you can say positive so hot chicks. DJ Pencil. And we'll also do bar mitzvahs and we'll do communions. Give us a call in weddings.
Is this an ad?
This is crazy. Our dude JJ just emailed me, and it's from Caesar Sportsbook.
Yeah.
It says a bettor in Kansas turned $10 into over $484K on a 17-leg NBA parlay last night.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yep.
Hey, but your husband, remember?
Yeah, but
20?
he didn't win. This guy did. This guy won $485,000.
That's amazing. Well, it's like a
Good for
lottery
him.
ticket. But didn't he have like 18 out of 19?
He did pretty good. Well, yeah, but he didn't win anything. But yes, he was very close.
The great thing with the
Whatever.
Hard Rock app is that you can get a buyout. I mean, which is really good if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
It is the Penthouse, and we always pay attention here. 'cause
No,
we're-
we don't.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I think we do.
I don't think we do.
I don't think
Hey,
you
I'm guilty of it too, but you're real guilty of it.
I don't think you realize the value of this show to this community and to this
I'm not
country.
talking about value. I'm talking about paying attention.
I do pay attention.
Something that we lack.
Okay.
Those at Monroe's will make your vanities become a
Your
reality.
vanities.
That's a misspeak. That's just so it gets more pump. That's it. Dominic, good job as always. And your penalty is you got to do 1 more hour to Greek. Woohoo! Yeah. Don't forget, if you find me a girl and I go out with her 3 times, you got $1,000 cash. I don't know how. I'd be pimping people right now if I knew somebody. I'd be like, come on, 3 dates? You can do it. Franny's here. Great job as always. Thanks for everything you do with the blog, with the show.
Hold on, I'm going to go ask Megan real quick.
No, that doesn't count. Maybe $10. Great job. Thank you very much.
Thanks, G-Man. Thank you, Dom, for everything. And thank you for listening. Keep on listening because we have more keywords coming your way. Take the keywords, enter it, realradio921.com. Score yourself $1,000.
First of all, Megan's married. I don't do that. And I wouldn't go out with her 3 dates. Maybe 1. It is the Greek. You guys have a great afternoon.
You go for a pedicure, too.
Well, I don't have to be where I can sit next to her. And that could be one of the dates. I mean, one of the dates I can take someone in a pedicure. I've done that many times. It is the Greek. You guys stay tuned for the Greek Zone. You guys have a good afternoon. If you missed the Greek Zone, if you miss it, it's on you. And if you get it, you'll get it. We'll be back. Peace.
Live without a net. Suck it, podcasts. Unless you're our podcast. That can get fixed in post, right? Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.